swinging a fly ball to left field deep. Way back! Way back! This ball is gone! A walk-off home run! Newport Gulls win it here in the 11th.
This is the Newport Gulls pregame show, live from Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island.
Branham sets, kicks, and deals. Swinging a miss, strike three. The Newport Gulls are 2009 Eastern Division champions.
Coming up, interviews, stats, standings, lineups, and a whole lot more.
Swinging a high drive to deep right. Oh, is this ball crushed? Way back and gone. Joey Manning with a towering shot. Swinging a high drive to deep left, and you can forget about it. Cal Conley with his third home run of the game.
Stay tuned. The Newport Gulls pregame show starts now on the NECBL Broadcast Network. In his 8th season covering Newport Gulls baseball, here is play-by-play broadcaster Nick Lima.
And hello and welcome to Cardines Field here in Newport, Rhode Island, where tonight the Newport Gulls will resume interdivision play as they take on the Holyoke Blue Sox. In the finale of the two-game season series, Holyoke took the first game of the series on the road at McKenzie Stadium a couple of weeks ago. They only lost to Newport's 10-game, winning 9 out of 10 games overall. Newport coming in here tonight, looking forward to start a new winning streak after taking just their 6th loss of the season overall last night to the hands of the Mystic Schooners. Newport still has the best record in the NECBL Eastern Division at 20-6. Again, the Gulls, which have won now 10 of their last 12 games, looking forward to another victory here tonight against the Holyoke Blue Sox, who are in town. It's the Gulls and the Blue Sox. The pregame show begins now here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Stay tuned. We'll have the Gulls Eye View, the Gulls Insider, and much more still to come as the pregame show begins right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. The next segment is the Gulls Eye View, and today we're here with Milka Tolich. Milka, how are you?
I'm good, you?
I'm very well. So what do you do here at the Gulls?
I'm actually a volunteer worker. I mainly do media work. The most I do is recording the games.
So how long have you been involved with the Gulls organization?
This is actually my first summer. I actually got into the Gulls because I know a couple of guys. I go to school with them, so they got me involved.
So what do you do here that's different than what you do up at college?
Well, I pretty much the same. I mainly do recording up there. I do a little bit more TD work up there, but this is mainly my major, what I want to do after college.
So what's been your favorite memory so far this season with the Gulls?
I don't know, there have been a couple of interesting games, especially the one where they were playing tag back and forth. I think it was Laconia they were playing. It was pretty funny.
So have there been any close calls up on the dugout with any fly balls or anything?
Actually, last game I was pretty scared. The ball came pretty close. It might not be as close, but it looks so close. You don't want to get smacked in the face with a ball.
So describe your day-to-day duties here at the Gulls.
Well, I come here around 4 o'clock. I wait around. I'll record the post or pregame shows. I'll mainly work the main camera or the left field camera, and afterwards, if I'm on the left field or the main camera, I'll do the post-game report.
So you've said in conversations with me that you live in Newport. What's the rapport of the Gulls around here? I know a lot of people seem to follow them, and we get a pretty good turnout at every game.
Well, actually, this is my first time being here at the Gulls, even though I've lived in Newport my whole entire life. But my best friend's father, he comes every year, and he's at almost every game. He sits in the same spot, and it's a pretty good turnout. I can see there's a huge fan basis.
So what do you think is the most rewarding part of this experience so far?
Just to see like the joy in some of the children's eyes when they play with Gully, or just knowing that you're helping out people.
So what do you expect or hope to get out of this season that you can bring back to working up at college with recording and broadcasting?
A lot of good memories and good experiences and new friends. It's really nice. The people here are good, and I've met a couple good friends.
So any words of advice for anyone that wants to get into the broadcasting and recording field?
Well, definitely do something like this. It's probably the best decision I made coming over and doing something like this rather than sitting my summer wasting away. You might as well enjoy it, make some new friends, and eat some good Fenway Franks.
Any other last words of wisdom or anything else you want to say?
Pretty much, I had fun, and I hope everybody enjoys their summer, and hopefully the Gulls go to their World Series, or however you call it.
All right. Well, thank you very much. It was great to have you on.
And thank you.
We'll be right back on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Welcome back here at Cardines Field in Newport. Now time for the Newport Gulls Insider. Joined today by Blue Sox broadcaster Seth Dassault. Seth, thanks for joining us today.
Not a problem. Glad to be here. It's nice to be down in Newport. It's obviously a very beautiful stadium with a lot of history. I've been doing a little bit of reading on the way down, so nice to be here.
Is this your first time at Cardines Field?
This is actually my first time in Newport in general, yes.
What do you think of this ballpark so far?
It's interesting. When I saw it at first, the shape, the first thing I thought of was kind of like having Fenway, the Green Monster, the whole way around. The short but high fence is kind of an interesting thing. I've never seen anything like it before.
Now, you've been the Holyoke Blue Sox broadcaster for a little while now, along with Mike Lord, splitting time. Tell us how you got involved with the team in the NECBL.
One of my friends, Wes LaValle, works for the Blue Sox, or at least did work for them, and he's the one who got me into this. I know Michael couldn't do some of the games this year, so he got me in to do some of them when Michael couldn't make it for nights like this. So just something I like to do. I've always been a broadcaster for a long time, so it's been a lot of fun.
Blue Sox coming into this game, 5th place in the NECBL Western Division, but still plenty of time left to go to make up some ground.
Yeah, absolutely. Only a game and a half out of 4th place, and that's all you need to make the playoffs. 11-16, big win last night up in Maine, so certainly plenty of time, and obviously they can beat anybody. They've already won one game against the Gulls this year.
Yeah, Holyoke with the 9-8 victory over the Gulls a couple weeks ago at McKenzie Stadium. They're coming here at Cardines Field. A little bit of a different story. It's a different kind of ballpark, and for the Blue Sox being in the West, it's a ballpark they only see once here in the regular season.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you go into a ballpark that you're not familiar with, especially a place like this with the short porches, it's going to be the tendency is going to be to try to go for the home runs. They've got to avoid that. Got to be mentally disciplined. Look for singles, not necessarily the long ball.
What are the dangerous faculties that the Blue Sox have bringing to the game tonight?
Well, I think you get a lot of good players on this team in Holyoke. The guys that can, at anybody 1 through 9 in the lineup, can step up. We saw that last night. Connor McKay in the 8th inning, they were down 4-3 against the Mainers, and he had a big 3-run home run to give them the 7-4 victory. Certainly a guy you want to look out for.
Thank you very much for joining us, Seth. Good luck in the game tonight. We'll see you up in the broadcast booth in a little bit here on the network.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
That's the Gulls Insider. Mike Coombs is next for the Manager's Show on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field. Now time for the Manager's Show, joined as always by Newport Gulls manager Mike Coombs. Skip, how are you today?
Hey, I'm good. How are you, Nick?
Doing okay as the Newport Gulls coming off a tough loss last night and against the Mystic Schooners in a game that you just felt from the beginning could have gone either way.
Well, that we didn't get what we wanted from what we needed from that person, and we just, hey, stuff happens like that, and you just you move on. You try to correct it and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Tonight, the Newport Gulls taking on the Holyoke Blue Sox. It's the second and final time these two teams will meet in the regular season. Newport, of course, fell behind by a big margin to the Blue Sox, and the Gulls climbed their way back in, but fell short at Holyoke, looking for a little bit of a different result here tonight.
Yeah, they're in the other division. They play in a very good division. They're a good ball club. They got good players, so it's always kind of a, it's a good rivalry, and, we like to play our best against them. Last time we didn't. And, we did come back, but fell a little short.
Joe McKeithen gets to start at shortstop here tonight for the second straight night. Is he pretty much all healed up from that injury?
Yeah, he's doing very well. He's got a little rubber thing on his thumb deal that takes all the pain away, I think. So it's a good shock-resistant thing to the wood bat. And
Nick Sebastian has moved on. We wish him the best of luck as he heads off to another league.
Yeah, he came and helped us tremendously. Love Nick, and just a great kid, and wish him well.
Newport Gulls again taking on the Blue Sox here tonight with John Hochstarter making his first start of the season at Cardines Field.
Yeah, John's, he's from out west. He comes to us with a lot of good credentials. It's going to be a good one. I think he's going to be a good one.
Gulls go on the road at Sanford tomorrow, then have an off day, and then they'll play another one of those long stretches of baseball where they'll play every day and have some long trips to places like Keene and Danbury before the All-Star break.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Go to those places and see how their fields are.
Speaking of All-Stars, All-Star weekend is just 1 week away now, and we hear the teams will probably be selected this weekend. Will you be making the trip up to Boston?
Boston. What's in Boston?
Oh, wherever the selection is.
Oh, yeah. Chris Patzos and I are going to go up to, is it Needham? Needham, Mass?
I think, yeah, Needham. Yep.
The Needham? Yeah, we leave tomorrow morning early and go up there and select the team. So,
Newport Gulls manager Mike Coombs, thanks for joining us here in the pregame show. We'll see you next week back here at Cardenas Field when Newport returns home.
see you, Nick.
That's our pregame visit with Mike Coombs. Newport Gulls baseball is next here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. And hello again from Cardines Field here in Newport, Rhode Island, as our pregame show continues here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Nick Lima alongside Seth Dussault here from the Holyoke Blue Sox, as the Blue Sox are in town for their one and only trip to Cardines Field here in regular season play. The Blue Sox defeated the Newport Gulls 9-8 a couple weeks ago at McKenzie Stadium in Holyoke, Massachusetts, June 28th. Newport picking up that 9-8 loss, one of just 6 losses on the season for the Gulls, their 6 being dealt last night by the Mystic Schooners on the road. Newport, of course, has won 10 of their last 12 games and looking to rebound here tonight on Salvation Army night at Cardines Field. Hello again, everybody. I'm Nick Lima. Seth Dussault joins us, and Seth, the Blue Sox coming in here looking for a win against this Newport team and looking for the sweep.
Yeah, and it's kind of an interesting thing to see a team that's in 5th place in both cases, Holyoke, and then last night for you guys against Mystic as well, beating the team that's in 1st place in Newport, but that's baseball for you. You can't predict it. And looking at what the Blue Sox did last night up in Maine against the Sanford Mainers, it was kind of a wild game. The Mainers opened it up in the 1st inning with 4 runs. The Blue Sox chipping away, and then in the bottom of the 8th, the wheels kind of fell off for the Mainers. Blue Sox scoring 4 runs in the bottom of the 8th, 3 of them unearned. Wild pitches, a couple errors, and then Connor McKay with a monstrous 3-run home run to win the game for Holyoke 7-4, snapping a 3-game losing streak, only a game and a half out of a playoff spot for the Blue Sox in the West Division, so looking to get another critical win tonight.
Newport Gulls, first place in the NECBL East, 3.5 games ahead of the New Bedford Bay Sox. We'll have a look at action around the NECBL, the standings, tonight's other games around the league, and of course, I'll have the starting lineups, the first pitch, and much more still to come as our pregame show continues here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field, Newport, with a quick look of action around the NECBL. Last night, the Newport Gulls did fall to the Mystic Schooners, 7-6 the final score, despite a 2-run home run in the ball game from Casey Kaufman, and some Tanner Cleverard was roughed up and taken out of the game early, and the Newport Gulls defensively made a couple miscues and en route to the 7-6 loss, just their 6th loss of the season, their first loss in 7 games played against the Mystic Schooners. Elsewhere around the league, the Northampton Steelcats fell to the Vermont Mountaineers 6-4 in Western Division play. Holyoke Blue Sox defeated the Sanford Mainers in interdivision action 7-4, and the Laconia Muskrats were defeated by the Danbury Westerners 8-7 in a game that Laconia was leading for much of the way. Right now in the ACBL West, the Keene Swamp Bats at 20-6. After losing 2 straight, they picked up a win, had an off day, and now 5 games ahead of the Northampton Steelcats at 16-12. Danbury Westerners on a 5-game winning streak. They're 6 games back in 3rd place and moved ahead of the Vermont Mountaineers. Danbury at 15-13, Vermont at 12-14, 8 games back and just a game and a half ahead of the 5th place Holyoke Blue Sox at 11-16 in the NECBL East. The Newport Gulls at 20-6, 3.5 games ahead of the Bay Sox, who have won 2 in a row. Sanford Mainers at 9-14 and 9.5 games back, and in 4th place at 9-19 are the Laconia Muskrats, 12 games back. Mystic Schooners at 4-23 round out the NECBL East at 16.5 games back. They'll defeat Newport last night. Around league tonight, Danbury's at North Adams, 6:30 start time. Keene's at Sanford, also at 6:30. Laconia at Vermont at 6:30 start time as well. And Mystic at New Bedford, also 6:30 start. We'll be underway here at Cardines Field in about 8 minutes and have the starting lineups next on the NECBL Broadcast Network. And welcome back here at Cardines Field in Newport as the Salvation Army Band is taking the field. They'll be playing tonight's national anthem here at the ballpark on Salvation Army Night. We'll send it down to the field as the Salvation Army Band takes its place in front of home plate, and we'll let them take it away and let you listen to the Star Spangled Banner. Salvation Army Band with a great rendition of our national anthem here on Salvation Army Night, as the Salvation Army taking care of the gate volunteers. Their baseball buddies are also from the Salvation Army tonight. Lieutenant Kevin and Helen Johnson, officers of the Salvation Army, throwing out the first pitch, along with Cadet Emmanuel Echevarria, Major David and Eunice Champlin, Ruth Thompson, a representative from Newport Salvation Army's advisory board, and the oldest Salvation Army past employee and soldier and well-respected Newport resident, Miss Emily Audrey, all throwing out the first pitch out there. Tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Blue Sox, here once again is Seth Dussault.
Starting for the Holyoke Blue Sox, leading it off in center field, number 23, Jordan Cure, hitting .281, 3 home runs, 19 runs batted in. A junior from Michigan State, Hudsonville, Michigan native. Batting second, the first baseman, number 21, Adam Norton, .360 hitter, 1 home run, 7 runs batted in. The senior from Notre Dame is from Highland, Indiana. Designated hitter is the third hitter in the lineup for the Blue Sox, number 12, Phil Mosey at .313, 3 home runs, 8 runs batted in. A freshman from Notre Dame, Fishers, Indiana native. Cleanup hitter for the Blue Sox to the third baseman, number 9, Paul McConkey, hitting a .387, 36 of 93 on the year, 2 home runs, team high 19 runs batted in. Junior from Kentucky is from Knoxville, Tennessee. Catching and in the 5 spot, number 19, Max Pentecost, a .295 hitter, 2 home runs, 8 runs batted in. The freshman from Kennesaw State out of Winder, Georgia. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 10, Danny Diakroger, .311 hitter, 7 runs batted in, a sophomore at Sanford, Woodside, California native. And batting seventh, right field, number 7, Connor McKay, .290 hitter, freshman from Kansas and Parker Creek, Colorado. The 8 hitter, the left fielder, number 4, Chris Woolley, a .242 hitter, 2 home runs, 7 runs batted in. Sophomore from Western Nevada and Boise, Idaho native. The 9 hitter, the shortstop, number 14, Evan Potter, 141, 11 runs batted in. And junior from San Diego State, El Cajon, California native.
They'll be facing off against John Hochstadt. The left-hander is making his second start of the season, his 4th appearance overall. Correction, his 3rd start. He's 1-0 and ERA 6.75. For the Newport Gulls, leading off with left fielder Casey Coppin. Batting second, Jeff Melillo, designated hitter. Hitting third is Yale Rosen, the center fielder. Of course, Yale second in the NECBL in home runs and an offensive lead in many other categories. Batting cleanup tonight, Brett Wenger, the first baseman, with Steve Anderson having the night off. Matt Perez starts at catcher and bats 5th. Hitting 6th is Austin Slater, the third baseman. Connor Canary bats 7th and starts at second base. Joe McKeithen, fresh back from injury, gets his second straight start at shortstop and bats in the 8 hole. And rounding out the order for the Newport Gulls, Charlie White gets a start in right field. They'll face off against, for the Holyoke Blue Sox, Scott Squire.
Squire coming in 1-1, 1.93 ERA in 14 innings, has allowed just 9 hits, 6 walks, 20 strikeouts, a 180 opponent batting average. A freshman from the University of Hawaii, is a native of Phoenix, Arizona, and certainly a very good pickup for the Holyoke Blue Sox. I believe drafted by the Detroit Tigers, if I'm remembering correctly. 19th round pick.
So it'll be Hochstatter and Squire facing off here tonight at Cardines Field. Game time temperature at 74 degrees under cloudy skies. A southerly wind blows at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Has been dying out under relatively humid day here. It is pretty cloudy, no sunshine at all here in Newport this afternoon. But the rain showers have held off. Some rain around the area, but it's pretty far away. Umpires for tonight's game. Calling balls and strikes behind the plate is Ed McAvin. Charlie Campbell is the field umpire. And as the umpires go over the grounds rules with Newport Gulls manager Mike Coombs and Holyoke Blue Sox manager Daryl Morehart, we'll be back and have the first pitch next here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. And welcome back here at Cardines Field in Newport. Nick Lima alongside Seth Dussault as we get set for baseball. John Hochstetter making his Cardines Field debut as a starter. This is his third start of the season, his previous two coming on the road. First pitch of the ball game is a fastball on the inside corner, a called strike, and we're underway here in Newport. Newport Gulls at 20-6, first place in the NECBL East. Holyoke Blue Sox in fifth in the West at 11-16. The pitch swung on and popped up on the infield. Austin Slater's there on the edge of the infield grass. He reaches up, makes the catch, puts away Jordan Cure, and that's out number one here in the first. Two pitches, one out for Hochstetter.
Not a bad start, and you said fifth in the West for the Blue Sox. A little deceptive, though, because 11-16, fifth in the West would be good enough for third in the East. So, doesn't necessarily mean anything.
It's been a very competitive NECBL West so far this summer. They've been beating up on each other. Whereas in the East, the Gulls and New Bedford have pulled away. The pitch is taken up and away, ball one to Adam Norton, hitting .360, a homer, 7 RBI, and a pair of doubles. Hochstetter winds, kicks, and delivers. The southpaw's pitch is fouled to the screen. And the count even at 1-1. John making his fourth appearance of the season, his second at Cardines Field, and you can hear the bells ringing in the background. It is Salvation Army night here at Cardines as the pitch is foul tipped in and out of the mitt of Matt Perret. The count 1-2. Norton, that's from the right side, again hitting .360. Well, this is his 10th game of the season, the late addition for the Blue Sox.
9 of 25 on the season.
1-2 pitch, misses outside with a changeup. Hochstetter, fastball, curveball, slider, and change out of Stanford University. For the Cardinals this spring went 3-3 in the ERA of 3.89 and 9 starts. The 2-2 pitch, swinging a foul tip around the plate area. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. Hochstetter, native of Danville, Connecticut, 6'3", 205-pound southpaw, was drafted by the Minnesota Twins in 2011 in the 47th round. He's worked 12 innings this summer, allowing 24 hits, 13 runs, just 9 of them earned. He's walked 7, struck out 8. Opponents hitting .414 against him, however. He's allowed a lot of base hits. The pitch, chopped foul.
Good at bat so far by Norton, fouling off a lot of pitches. Really something so important, and you see the New York Yankees do this a lot, is getting the pitch count up on the starter early. Foul off a lot of pitches, fight off a lot of pitches, and already this at-bat's going to take at least 7 pitches.
So Norton takes a few moments. We'll now head back to the batter's box. Hochstetter ready. Stands in the middle of the rubber. Toes it from the first base side and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. There are 2 down. First strikeout for Hochstetter. We'll set the defensive alignment for you. Look around the field. For the Newport Gulls, Brett Winger at first base, Connor Canary at second, Joe McKeith from the shortstop, Austin Slater at third, outfield left to right, Casey Kaufman, Gail Rosen, and Charlie White. Matt Perret catches John Hochstetter. The pitch from John. Taken up and away, ball one to Phil Mosey, the designated hitter, second on the team in average at .313. 3 homers, 8 RBI, 3 doubles, but he has struck out 23 times. And it will be a noisy night here at Cardines Field as the 1-0 pitch is a hit on the ground to the shortstop. McKeithen has it, throws across the first in time, and that'll be the out there, retires to side. A 1-2-3 first for John Hochstetter. We go to the last of the first. Holyoke Blue Sox, nothing. Newport Gulls coming to bat here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field in Newport. Nick Lima alongside Seth Dussault here on the NCBL Broadcast Network as we head to the home half of the first. A 1-2-3 top of the first for John Hochstadter as Casey Coppin will lead things off for the Gulls. Coppin, the left fielder, bats from the left side and had a big 2-run homer last night, his 4th of the season. He now has 24 RBI and swings in first pitch. It's a line drive to center field, but there is Cure to make the catch. And that's out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out for Scott Squire, also a left-handed starter, making his third appearance of the season. He's 1-1, an ERA of 1.93.
That ball had a lot of the plate. Unfortunately, just getting underneath it a little bit was Kaufman, and can of corn in center field for Jordan Cure.
Is Jeff Melillo, the designated hitter. Melillo hitting .393. That's the second best in the NECBL to Danny Collins of Laconia as he takes the pitch high for ball 1. He has 3 home runs, 18 RBI, and the league best on-base percentage, .538, the 1-0. Taken inside, corner for a called strike from Ed McAvan, the home plate umpire. Charlie Campbell is the field umpire. Squire works quickly as he looks in for the sign from his catcher, Max Pentecost. From the windup, he kicks and delivers the 1-1 pitch. Just outside, ball 2. Borderline pitch from Squire, who's worked 14 innings this season. 9 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, walking 6, striking out 20. He's been very effective. A 2-1 delivery coming to the plate. Just outside for ball 3. 180 opponent batting average. He's allowed only a double and a triple, 2 extra base hits through his first 2 starts. Native of Phoenix, Arizona, 6'5", 185-pound lefty. Fires the pitch. It's fouled to the screen. Shakes up our backstop carrying position. The count's worked full on Jeff Melillo, who has walked 15 times, second most on the Gulls, despite this only being for Jeff his 18th game of the season. He missed a week and a half with an injury. He's never really slowed down, though, before or after it. Squire ready with the 3-2 pitch. Low and inside, ball 4, and Melillo, who last night in Mystic reached base 4 out of 5 times with 2 walks and a hit by pitch and a single, already has a walk here in the first. That's his 16th walk of the season, and his on-base percentage will increase to above .540. Again, the best in the league. The league record, by the way, .526, set by the Gulls' own Mike Temsin back in 2008. So Jeff Melillo really doing something special right now if we can keep it up for the last 16 games of the season. Here's Yo Rosen from the left side. The pitch is fouled away. Yo Rosen doing something special as well. He's hitting .363. That's 8th best in the NECBL. 10 home runs is second to Danny Collins' 12. His 31 RBI is also second best in the NECBL. 10 doubles, that's tied for 4th. The 0-1 pitch to the dangerous Rosen, who has a wide stance, is cut on and miss. Quickly he's in a hole, 0-2. Rosen had last night off in Mystic in the Gulls 7-6 loss, but did pinch hit in the 9th and was struck out.
Would expect to see a pitch in the dirt right here on an 0-2 count.
There's plenty of room to work with. This Rosen, a dangerous hitter. The 0-2, instead they check on Melillo at first, who's 1-for-1 in stolen bases this season. Rosen hitting a .438 OBP. Doesn't walk often, 7 walks, but 6 hit by pitches, second in the NECBL in that category. He's second in runs scored in the league with 27. And second in slugging percentage at .802. That's also record pace, but Danny Collins has him beat there too. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Just got a little piece of it, but found the glove of Max Pentecost. And that's out number 2. We'll set the defensive alignment for you for the Holyoke Blue Sox. Adam Nolan at first base, DeCrozier at second, part of the shortstop, McConkey over at third, outfield from left to right. Woolley, Cure, and McKay. Max Pentecost catches Scott Squire. So Rosen goes down swinging, 2 down. The pitch gets away, and taking off for second baseman will be Melillo. He'll get there easily. That'll be a wild pitch to Brett Winger. 1-0 the count on Newport's first baseman as Scott Squire throws his first wild pitch of the season. He's been remarkable with his command so far this summer. Just 6 walks and 20 strikeouts. And this is now his 3rd start. He's out of the University of Hawaii. And he comes to the stretch. We'll check Melillo at second, the go-ahead run. 1-0 to Winger. His ground ball high chopper on the right side, but right into the glove of DeKroger, who throws to first. For the out that retires the side. We're through an inning from Cardines Field. 0-0 the score between the Gulls and the Blue Sox here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field in Newport. As we go to the second inning, I want to give you a reminder that this copyrighted telecast is the exclusive property of the Newport Gulls Baseball Club and the New England Collegiate Baseball League, presented by the authority of the NECBL Broadcast Network for the entertainment of our listening and viewing audience. It may not be reproduced, re-recorded, or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game cannot be disseminated without the express written consent of the Newport Gulls and the Commissioner's Office of the New England Collegiate Baseball League. Here in the second, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Blue Sox. Paul McConkey, Max Pentecost, and Danny DeKroger. Remember, I believe his brother Kenny played for the Newport Gulls a couple years ago. 2010 season. McConkey takes the first pitch, fouls it to the left side. 0-1. Paul, a third baseman, is hitting .387. That's the third best average in the NECBL. He leads the Blue Sox. He has 2 home runs, 19 RBI in the season, and a team-high 11 doubles. The 0-1 from Hochstatter. It's a fastball high and away, 1-1. John's last start came at North Adams. Get the no decision on July 7th. 1-1 pitch is low ball 2. Went 3 2/3 innings, scattered 10 hits, 3 earned runs, walked none, struck out 1. The 2-1. Johnny is a ground ball bouncer, right side, high hop for Winger, but he brings it in. Foot race to the bag will retire McConkey, and that's the 4th straight out for John Hochstatter, who, again, is looking for his second win. He's 1-0 in his previous 3 appearances, 2 of them starts. He got the win at Laconia June 30th, went 7 strong innings, allowing just 3 earned runs on 10 hits, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. So on the season, he's walked 7, struck out 8, allowed 9 earned runs, 13 overall, to 24 hits and 12 innings of work. Max Pentecost, the catcher, bats 5th, hits .295. It's a ground ball to the third baseman. Slater on a tough hop, throws across, gets him by half a step, and that is out number 2.
Well, 2 up and 2 down pretty quickly, and it was a good play on that first play by Winger to get McConkey. Really had to play a very difficult hop that came up on him over his head. Good fielding over at first base, and then Pentecost a pretty simple 5-3.
Quickly, 2 down for Danny DeKroger, hitting .311, no homers, 7 RBI. A wide stance from the left-hand side. He takes the first pitch low, ball 1. It pops up right back into the middle of Matt Perret. Salvation Army night, and you can hear the bells ringing in the background, and also they gave away these little noise clickers that are all over the field as a ground ball is bounced to second. Canary has it, throws to first in time, and a second consecutive 1-2-3 inning. This one on 3 ground balls for John Hochstatter, and after an inning and a half from Cardines Field. Newport Gulls nothing and the Holyoke Blue Sox nothing on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field here in Newport. We go to the home half of the second inning. Nick Lima alongside Scott DeSalt, as it'll be Matt Perret, Austin Slater, Connor Canary to face Scott Squire. Walked 1, struck out 1 in the first. Perret hitting .269, 2 home runs and 9 RBI. Appearing in his 11th game of the season for the Gulls. Swings through the first pitch for strike 1. Well, back from the left side in this lefty-heavy Gulls order. They had a lot of trouble against the Blue Sox early on at Holyoke in June as the pitcher swung on and missed. Quickly the count 0-2. The bells are ringing from the Salvation Army here in packed stands on Salvation Army night. Of course, the Blue Sox always competing with the Gulls for best attendance in the league, along with the Mountaineers, as the 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. Nasty breaking ball that time from Squire.
3 pitches, 3 swings, 3 misses. You don't get any better feeling than that for a pitcher.
Both pitchers well in control here, and this game's starting to shape up differently than what we've seen around the league much of this season. It's been the season of the hitter here in the NECBL. The highest team ERAs we've ever seen across the league. As Austin Slater steps up to the plate from the right side, he hits the first pitch, flies down the right field line, foul. In addition to all the bells ringing for Salvation Army night, they decided to make it more noisy by giving away these Salvation Army noisemakers that are all over the stands here.
At least they didn't give away thunder sticks. Those things are the worst.
We've had thunderstick nights in previous years, and those are the bane of my existence. The 0-1, taking high, ball 1. It is a big crowd here, probably about 2,000 strong right now. Squire from the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Chopped around the plate area, but foul. A tag will be applied by Pentecost on Austin Slater anyway, just in case. But it's strike 2 on Newport's third baseman.
Couple other scores around the league. Laconia 2, Vermont nothing in the bottom of the first. New Bedford 1, Mystic nothing in the top of the second.
Slater stands at the plate, the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball bouncer up the middle, charging the shortstop behind the second base bag, fires to first in time. What a play. Potter from behind the second base bag had to charge that one hard. It was a high Baltimore chopper, but he was able to get to it and gun over to first base to retire Slater 6-3. Good play for Potter.
141 hitter. He's not in the lineup for that reason. This guy is in the lineup for his defensive ability. One of the best players for San Diego State on the defensive side of the ball, and you saw it right there.
Call me maybe he's playing. That means Connor Canary is up at the plate. Takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Canary hitting .310, a homer, 10 RBI. A team high 18 walks. That's the third most in the NECBL. Pitch swung on and missed. Strike 1. He has 25 runs scored through 24 games. That's 5th best in the league. .429 on base percentage. The Gulls, OBP still .422 as a team, as the 1-1 pitch is taken on the outside corner for a called strike. That would certainly be the new NECBL record, as is their current batting average, which at one time, only a couple days ago, was .323 as a team. It's down to .308. That's still 10 points higher than the all-time league record. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 3 in the game for Scott Squire. 1-2-3 second, and we have a pitcher's duel underway here at Cardines Field. We go to the third inning already. Only 20 minutes into this one. Newport Gulls nothing, and the Holyoke Blue Sox nothing, as we continue on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field in Newport. We go to the top of the third inning. It'll be the bottom of the order to face John Hockstad, who's been perfect through 2 and struck out 1. Picked up 4 ground ball outs and a pop-up, and he'll face Connor McKay, Chris Woolley, and Evan Potter here in the third. McKay, the right fielder, bat from the right side, tap the plate, and we'll wait. The pitch from the lefty, here it comes. Fastball is fouled to the screen, nothing in 1. McKay hitting .290, 2 home runs and 11 RBI, 7 doubles on the season. Blue Sox are 11-16, 9.5 games out of the first place Keene Swamp Bats in the West, as the 0-1 pitch is taken low. But they are only a game and a half behind 4th place Vermont, and in that 4th place playoff spot, as the 1-1 is bunted up the third base line, it's going to roll foul. Picked up by Perret before it can decide to backspin back into fair territory. Count 1-2.
That was an interesting call there by Connor McKay. All of a sudden throw down the bunt. I didn't see a sign from Coach Morehart, so I have to assume that was something he just thought of on his own right there. And if that ball hadn't hit off the lip of the grass, that might have been trouble for the Gulls.
A very slow roller up the line, and certainly the Gulls weren't prepared for it. The count now 1-2. The pitch from John. He gets the signs from Matt Perret. Time call. It takes too long for Connor. Newport Gulls nothing. Holyoke Blue Sox nothing. We're here in the third. The 1-2 pitch. Curve is taken high and away. Ball 2. And that's only the third time he's going to ball 2 in a batter so far tonight. Both pitchers have been efficient through their first 2 innings of work. Stanza once again about 90% full right now as the pitch is fouled away.
That curveball, kind of almost like an eephus pitch right there. Real slow coming in, high arcing.
It's not very quick at all. A 2-2 delivery once again is fouled back. And McKay in a battle here, leading off against Hochstadt.
Second at bat to go at least 7 pitches. That was Adam Norton in the first inning. Was the first one, ended up striking out swinging.
2-2. Chop, foul, third base side. And the at-bat continues. He's fouled off 4 pitches now. Up next will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Here it comes from John. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Got him on an off-speed pitch. Again, the breaking ball came inside on him. McKay swung right through it. Second strikeout for Hochstadter, and he's retired 7 in a row. As we'll see Chris Woolley for the first time, hitting .242, 2 home runs and 7 runs batted in.
Number 4, Chris Woolley.
Stand in from the right side. Here's the pitch from the lefty Hochstadter. Sticking high and inside corner, actually, for a called strike. Oh, Ed McGavin really giving the inside power of the plate to these right-handed batters.
Woolley at 5'10", 175 is the smallest player on the Blue Sox.
0-1 pitch inside, ball 1. Sounds like me, 5'10", clearly 175. Add about 50 to that. 1-1 to count.
Right here, too, believe me.
A pitch from John is swung on, line drive down the left field line, hooking. It's going to be a fair ball, rolling all the way down towards the corner. Rounding first is Woolley. He'll be into second, and we'll stop there with a 1-out stand-up double. There's the first hit of the ball game.
Well, he got a pitch that he could get a piece of and just pulled it right down that left field line, arcing away from the left fielder and into the bullpen. And the first hit for either side. The first time Holyoke's had a man in scoring position.
Here's Evan Potter. Potter hitting 141, no homers, 11 RBI, and a double. The pitch. Takes a strike on the outside corner. You saw his defensive ability in the last of the second inning. Trying a good play behind the second base bag. Hochstadter's ready with the 0-1 pitch. Skips in there low. Picked up by Perret, who looks back the base runner Woolley.
Good job by Perret to keep that one in front of him. Obviously, that gets behind him. You got a man on third.
The count 1-1. John checks the runner and fires. Swing a line drive to left field. There is Casey Kaufman. Comes in a step, makes the catch for out number 2. Again, we'll set the defensive alignment for the Newport Gulls. Charlie White out in right field for the Newport Gulls. Yale Rosen in center. Casey Kaufman in left. Around the infield, it's Brett Winger at first. Connor Canary, the second baseman. Joe McKeithen at short. Austin Slater at third. Matt Perret catches John Hochstadter.
Cure 0 for 1 popped out to third to lead off the game. Shallow pop-up.
First pitch to him is swung on and drilled to center. Not very deep. Rosen takes one step in, reaches up, makes the one-handed stab for the out that retires the side. The double is harmless. And after 2.5, 0-0. Our score is goose eggs being put up on the scoreboard by Squire and Hochstadter. We'll see what Scott Squire can do in the last of the third when we come back on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field here in Newport as they try to get the vehicles off the field from the in-between inning contest here. Brief delay as we have no score. Going to the home half of the third. It'll be Joel McKeithen, Charlie White, and Casey Kaufman due up here for the Newport Gulls. While we have a moment, we'll pause and take 10 seconds for station identification here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
NCTV 18 Newport County, the World Wide Web, and on DVD. This is Newport Gulls Baseball on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Seth Dussault, Nick Lima alongside here with you on the NECBL Broadcast Network as get ready to resume play here in the home half of the third. Joe McKeithen, Charlie White getting their first look at Scott Squire, who's already fanned 3, walked just 1, and Newport in search of their first hit. Well, they've been out hit 1-0 in this pitcher's duel. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner, 0-1 to McKeithen.
Of interest to both of these teams as it's an interdivisional game going on. Vermont in the bottom of the first getting a run back against Laconia, making it 2-1 heading into the top of the second.
0-1 pitches, swung on and hit in the air to left field deep. Bully going back, still going back. It's going to be high off the top of the wall, and it is gone. A home run. That one went over the fence, into the yards behind Cardines Field, and the Newport Gulls jump out to a 1-0 lead. Number 3 for Joel McKeithen. And his first start at Cardines Field back from injury, and his first at-bat, it's a solo home run to left, and the Newport Gulls take a 1-0 lead.
That pitch was on the inside part of the plate, but it got a lot of the plate, and Joel McKeithen got a lot of the bat on it. No doubt, off the bat, a long home run to left.
More of a towering shot than a line laser. It cleared the fence. The pitch comes inside, and that will hit Charlie White, who was showing bunt. White will be hit by a pitch for the second time this season. He'll take his base at first, and Newport only had 1 base runner through the first 2, but here a solo home run and hit by pitch has put the Gulls in business in the top of the order coming to the plate. Newport will have Casey Coffin leading things off here as we'll have a brief argument.
Yeah, Scott Squire was arguing, and so is Coach Morehart, that the batter was attempting to bunt and actually jumped into the pitch. I can't say that I disagree with Coach Morehart in this situation.
He certainly was on the very far inside line of that batter's box. The call will stand as Morehart, wearing just the BB top, heads back to the dugout. Looks like they have a couple of those noisemakers in the Gulls dugout. As Casey Coffin steps to the plate, 0 for 1, fly to center his last time. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner for taking for strike 1. Kaufman hitting .354, 4 homers, 24 RBI. As mentioned earlier, his .476 on base percentage, 3rd best in the league. No wonder why the Gulls are 20-6, tied for the best record in the NECBL, and multiple players in the top 5 in multiple categories. Malillo, of course, next at bat, leads the NECBL on base percentage as the pitch is inside low ball 1. Newport has 2 players in the top 10 in batting average and a couple players just outside the top 10. They have 1 in the top 5 in homers and 2 in the top 10. 2 more in the top 10, actually. The 1-1 from Squire is low in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher, Pentecost. Gulls also have 65 doubles on the season, and that leads the NECBL and is on pace to make a new NECBL record, which was set by the Gulls in 2010 at 82.
I think the stat you gave earlier, the .308 team batting average, pretty much says it all, though, doesn't it?
2-1 pitches, high and away, ball 3, and that would be a new record if they can sustain it. So far here, they've been held to just the 1 hit, the home run by McKeithen to give Newport a 1-0 lead here in the 3rd. Coming on an 0-1 pitch over the left field fence, which is our 28 feet high around the field. Love 3-1. Fastball across the outside portion of the plate for strike 2, and the counts work full. To Kaufman, who was excelled out of the leadoff spot. Reached base 3 times last night in Mystic in the Gulls loss, hit a 2-run homer. His previous start also reached base 3 times on July 9th. Newport defeated North Adams, getting the season series sweep. His pitch is fouled to the left side.
Runner was going on that pitch. White looking to take off for second base on a 3-2 pitch. Obviously dangerous if you get a line drive that gets caught, but hit and run on here for the Gulls.
Charlie White, the speediest Gull, fighting injury all season and is only now getting some starts. So he's 0 for 2 in stolen bases, hasn't had many opportunities to attempt steals. We'd like to see what he's capable of. Once again, Squire from the stretch, the payoff pitch. Breaking ball is inside, ball 4. And the first three will reach here as McKeithen's solo home run gives the Gulls a 1-0 lead, and White and Coffin will stand at second and first respectively. Now bring Morhard out of the dugout for a conference here with his pitcher.
Malilo walked his last time up as well in a similar situation on a 3-2 pitch. Now you've got runners on for a guy who's hitting 393 coming into it. Obviously a situation that the Blue Sox don't want to find themselves in, giving up a handful of runs, the crooked number on the board. You want to avoid it and hold it to 1. Got to get a ground ball here.
No action up in the bullpen as all things quiet here as Morhard just going out there to give some confidence to his starter, Squire. Jeff Melillo walked his last time as an on-base percentage now above 540. OPS above 1,200. 3 homers, 18 RBI, 8 doubles, hitting 393, second best in the NECBL. And he is a dangerous hitter. The definition, the pitch is low, ball 1.
This is definitely a guy that you don't want to get behind in the count again, so throwing a strike here is going to be critical for Squire.
A 1-0 delivery. Fastball way inside, ball 2 as he jackknifes out of the way. So Kaufman picked up his 15th walk of the season and stands in at first. Hit by the pitch was White, he's at second. Newport already out to a 1-0 lead. Looking to split the 2-game season series here tonight. A 2-0. Inside corner for a called strikes. Hard to believe the Gulls already finishing up their second series against the West here when they still have yet to play Keene. They have yet to play Vermont. Well, that's because of a rainout earlier on in the season. The Gulls only have 1 game out of 8 left with Mystic. They'll play that on Wednesday. They've also played Laconia already 6 times. A 2-1 pitch just outside, ball 3.
You do not want to walk the bases loaded for Rosen with 10 home runs and 31 RBIs coming up. This guy is, you don't want to have nowhere to put him.
Once again, Squire from the stretch. 2 on, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Swinging a little flare right to the second baseman. He makes the catch, and the runners will retreat. Almost had an opportunity for a big double play ball. Luckily, the Gulls didn't have any kind of hit and run going on. That could have been a triple play as Melillo line out right to the second baseman. A little flare up the end of the bat, trying to bloop it over his head and just didn't get there.
Number 25, Rosen.
So here's Yale Rosen, though, one of the league's most dangerous hitters, stepping up to the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Rosen struck out on 3 pitches in the first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. He chased the breaking ball in the dirt.
You almost have to wonder, you'd mentioned this, that the next home run he hits, I believe you said, would tie the team record for home runs in a season. I almost have to wonder if he's pressing a little bit with the situation, and with that, it's something that can weigh on a young player's mind.
That record set by Chris Dominguez, who's in the minors now, back in 2006. The 0-1 curve is taken high and away, ball 1. Rosen, 10 home runs, 2 off the league lead. That bell of the Salvation Army still ringing in the background. Money being raised tonight for the Salvation Army, tonight's game night sponsor. From the stretch, Squire working out of a jam here. The 1-1 pitch. Swinging a foul to the left side, and he's ahead in the count of ball and 2 strikes. Brett Winger waits on deck. The Gulls, just without a bad boy tonight. Winger will have to go pick that ball up himself.
Well, I'm sure all of these guys are used to it in college. I'd imagine they don't have any. I know at AIC we don't, so not a huge deal.
The 1-2. Taken low, 2-2 the count. That's usually the Gulls' bat boys are comprised of members of host families. It's a rule here. No one else can be a bad boy unless they are a host family for the Gulls. They get so many applications. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, taken for ball 3.
Squires close with these last 2 pitches, but not quite close enough. And obviously trying to avoid leaving too much over the plate for a guy with 10 home runs and a 363 hitter. But you've got to challenge him now, or else you're going to lose him.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on a miss, he struck him out. Second time that Yale Rosen's going down by way of decay. Fires his bat as he heads back to the dugout. And that's out number 2, and Scott Squires 1 out away from working out of this jam, but will have to deal with the cleanup hitter, Brett Winger. He grounded out 4-3 his last time. Winger, 3 homers, 23 RBI. Runners at first and second. 1-0 Gulls. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high, towering pop-up. Second base side. Right behind the second base bag on the outfield grass. The Kroger will reach up, make the catch, and that'll be the out that retires the side. The Gulls strand a pair, have left 3, but get 1 and take a 1-0 lead after 3 from Cardines Field, thanks to the Joe McKeepin solo home run. We go to the 4th. 1-0 Gulls on the NECBL Broadcast Network. 1-0 Newport leads Holyoke. We go to the 4th inning. And here to take you with the play-by-play story for innings 4, 5, and 6 is Seth Dussault.
Thank you very much. And the Gulls up to the 1-0 lead after the home run in the 3rd, as you mentioned. The Blue Sox getting back at it. Adam Norton leading it off. He struck out swinging in the 1st inning as the second hitter of that inning, getting his 2nd at-bat, the 360 hitter. The right-handed hitter, excuse me, against the left-handed pitcher. And the first pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Looked like a fastball that just may have slipped out of the grip of Hochstadter. Working quickly, the 1-0, just missing again with the fastball. This one down as well, not nearly as much. And Norton ahead in the count, 2-0. The pitch. This time he catches the bottom of the plate for a strike. Norton not taking the bat off his shoulder. Maybe that'll change now that he's got a strike against him. The 2-1 in the dirt, bounced it about 2 feet in front of home plate, and Norton ahead 3-1. Can't imagine he's going to want to swing at this one here. As Hochstadter backs off the rubber, thinks about it. Now he is set. He winds, he deals. Swung on, grounded to short, fielded on a couple of hops. The throw on to first in time. And Norton grounds out for the first out of the 4th inning. That'll bring Phil Mosey to the dish. Mosey grounded to short as well in his first at-bat to end inning number 1. Right-handed hitter as well, Paul McConkey, the cleanup man, the first lefty in the lineup for Coach Daryl Morehart. First pitch, change-up, and Mosey underneath and in front a little, getting a piece, fouling it to the backstop. It's right at us, thank goodness for that fence, because I do not field very well.
Neither do I.
That's why we're up here, right? The 0-1. Swung on and straight back again, strike 2. Mosey getting underneath these pitches. That one was up from Hochstadter. Couple strikeouts so far for Hochstadter. I'll look for his 3rd on this 0-2 pitch. Got to imagine again that he's not going to throw anything in the strike zone here. It's a curveball. It's a foul ball. As Mosey just fighting that one off.
He's thrown 40 pitches now, 27 of them for strikes.
Norton's had a couple of long at-bats, and McKay had a long at-bat. Oh, pitch cut on him, missed. Oh, he got him with the curveball for strike 3. A very nice pitch out of Hochstadter. He got it to dip under the bat of Mosey for the 2nd out of the frame. And that'll bring McConkey to the dish, the team's leading hitter, 3rd in the league at 387, coming in 0 for 1. Grounded to first in inning number 2 to lead that inning off. Lefty on lefty matchup here. First pitch, curveball on the outside part of the plate for a strike. tell you what, Hochstadter has done a good job of mixing his pitches, fastballs, curveballs, a couple change-ups here and there, just keeping the hitters off balance. That one fouled off. Fastball, and McConkey well behind it, as if to illustrate my point. Go ahead in the count, 0-2 is Hochstadter. Gets his sign, likes it, he'll set, and deal. Swing and a miss, kind of a half-hearted swing from McConkey to end the inning. A 1-2-3 frame, a good job out of Hochstadter. We've played 3.5, 1-0 Newport here on the NECBL Radio Network. Now Matt Perret will lead it off here in the bottom of the fourth. Struck out swinging on 3 pitches and swings and grounds the first one off the glove of the first baseman into right field. That's probably going to be an error on the first baseman.
I think they can give him a hit on that one. It was a sharply hit ground ball. Yeah, it looks like they're going to give him a single.
Now they are going to give him credit for the single then, and it looked to me like Norton had got a piece of it, just couldn't get to it. You're right, a hard hit ball. Could call that either way, and they're going to credit Pare with the hit. So Austin Slater will come to the dish with 1 on and nobody out. Grounded to short his last time up in the second inning. And he will line this one into right. It is high, it is far, it is off the wall. Misplayed in right by the right fielder who couldn't find it. And the throw into third's going to get away as well. No advance as it kicked right off the fence that's right there. But that right field here at Cardines Field, tricky to play because of the ivy, because of the way it kind of juts out. And that time it fooled the right fielder, Connor McKay. And so quickly first and third.
Back-to-back singles, put runners at the corners for the Newport Gulls, and they're in business here. They managed just 1 hit off of Squire through the first 3.
Oh, Connor Kennery will come to the plate. He struck out swinging in the second inning to end that second inning. First and third, nobody out here. And the pitch is high on the outside corner for a strike. Defense maybe not getting to some balls perhaps that they could have behind Squire so far, but nonetheless, a couple good pieces of hitting. The 0-1 line into left, no doubt about this one as it takes a hop over the left fielder's head, and 1 run will score. They're going to wave him around. 2 runs are going to score. We have a triple here as the throw to third will not come. A 2-run triple for Connor Canary into left field. We'll see if they give him the credit for the triple. It hopped over the left fielder. Certainly a single at least, and no doubt it's a hit. So they are going to call an error on the left fielder. 1 run batted in. The second one won't count as an RBI, so a single and an error on left fielder Chris Woolley.
So it's got to be a straight-up triple for Connor Canary. He'll get credit for both RBIs.
Oh, they
That ball,
changed it then.
Yeah, it went right over his glove out in left field.
Just took an odd hop, and again, 3 plays where maybe the fielder could have made a play and just didn't. They're going to give him hits for all of them, and so runner on third, nobody out. And it is Joel McKeithen who hit a home run his last time up, a high, long home run to left. The pitch down for ball 1. Three nothing the score. It's ball 2, excuse me, by the way. The pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, a big cut there for McKeithen, looking maybe for another home run. Unable to catch up to the fastball. 2-1 the count. Man on third. And the big inning happening here perhaps for the Gulls. The pitch lined into left field, base hit. And another run is going to score as the parade continues. A single to left. And an RBI again for McKeithen, his second run batted in as many innings.
Joe McKeithen was at the bottom of the team in average at 241, fighting that injury in his hand all summer, but he seems to be perfectly healthy here tonight in his second start back from that injury. Get that home run, his second RBI, this one an RBI single, 4 straight hits that produced 3 runs, and the Gulls out to a 4-0 lead will bring Daryl Morehart out from the dugout.
These have all been very hard hit balls here in the 4th inning, and again, I'll say that maybe some of them should have been gotten to or fielded a little better than they were, but Canary and McKeithen's hits were very legitimate pieces of hitting, all hard hit balls, and that's a trouble sign. If you're getting bloopers that are just kind of falling in, that's one thing, but when you're getting drilled the way right now Scott Squire is, may want to get a man up in the bullpen.
Yeah, it's not too often you see a bloop hit to left field, one hop the outfielder, go clear over his head. That was very hard hit off the bat of Canary. 4 straight hard hit balls here. Charlie White coming to the plate, who is 3 for 8 on the season. It's 5 walks.
And he was hit by a pitch on a bunt attempt in his first at-bat, and one that nobody on the Blue Sox was happy about the call. That pitch missing low, a curveball, ball 1.
This is White's 9th game, and of his 8 at-bats, he has gotten hit 3 times, but he also has 2 hit by pitch and 5 walks. So his OBP is close to 700.
I think there's something to be said for small sample size there perhaps, but maybe not, as that one misses ball 2. Certainly taking advantage of the opportunities he's had, and product of the University of Maryland, Naperville, Illinois native, wearing the number 1. Interesting choice for a right fielder, as the 2-0 is swung on and hit a long way foul on the left field line. Well out of play. Someone's going to get a souvenir. And hopefully nobody gets their windshield broken.
As simple matter, the uniform sizes, the shorter statured players get the low numbers, and the big guys get the big 28s and 30s and 32s.
The 2-1, way away. That looked like that might have slipped out of Squire's hand, and the fastball over the head of Charlie White. Of course, you might say that going over the head of a 5'9" player is not the most difficult thing in the world. 3-1. Up and away, up and in this time actually. Again, ball number 4, and for the second time, White reaching without having to take the bat off of his shoulder. You mentioned it's now 6 walks compared to 8 at-bats. He almost got as many walks as he has official at-bats.
That's incredible.
That's crazy. So it'll be Casey Kaufman coming to the dish. He is 0 for 1. Flew out to center field in the first pitch of the bottom of the first, and then walked in a 7-pitch at-bat in the third. And a little meeting of the minds on the mound once more. This time just the catcher and the pitcher, perhaps detailing how they're going to approach this, as still the rally going on here for the Gulls. I don't know if you can call it a rally since they weren't behind. They're certainly just rampaging through the lineup here. In inning number 5, and the first pitch is a curveball for a strike. Looking the runner back at second, and the pitch. Again, the hook, and again catching the outside part of the plate for a strike. And so ahead in the count now, 0-2. Malilo in the on-deck circle, the .393 hitter. Very dangerous part of the lineup coming up now for the Gulls. The pitch swung on, got a piece of, fouled back on that left field side. Keeps the count 0-2. Kaufman from the left side against the left-handed pitcher for the Blue Sox. The 0-2, missing away, 1-2. Kaufman will step out and think about things here. Maybe get some signs down over at the third base bag from the coach over there. That is Al Lavia, the hitting coach. If I'm reading the number on his uniform right. The pitch fouled back again. A good cut and just a little underneath it, pushing it back to the backstop. Still 1-2. Solid at bat here, just fighting off some very good pitches. Waiting for the one that's going to get a little more of the plate. That's what good hitters do, and Kaufman obviously a good hitter. 354, you don't do that by accident. 24 runs batted in. Looking the runner at second. And now the pitcher will step off the rubber. Make sure to pull the back foot off first. You don't want to get nailed with a balk. This game close to approaching that 1 hour mark here in the fourth inning. The pitch swung on and fouled back. This one may be in play, and it will be caught by Pentecost on the third base side, one away. And so the first out of the inning is Kaufman. That'll bring Malilo to the dish. He is 0 for 1, lined to second in the last inning, walked in the first. Second leading hitter in the NECBL at 393, just a little off that vaunted 400 mark. And the first pitch in the dirt for ball one. A good glove catch by Pentecost, keeping that one from going to the backstop and allowing the runners to advance.
Bay Sox just 6-8 on the road. The Gulls 11-1 here at home. They've won 8 straight here at Cardines Field. That's the longest home winning streak in the NECBL.
Here's the pitch, the runner going. There will not be a throw as it was a curveball. Pentecost had a hard time handling, and that'll make it first and third as a stolen base for White, I believe, will be his first of the year. As you mentioned, he was 0 for 2.
Or was McKeithen picking up his first steal?
Oh, you're right, McKeithen. That's my mistake. He was the runner on second. It's White who is on first right now. So with the count 2-0, now first and third and 1 out. Malilo swings and grounds this one off the shortstop into left field. We'll wait the official judgment on that one. They're going to call that one a hit as well. And a run scores first and second.
Well, that one could go either way. A hard hit grounder to Potter. And Potter put his glove out there, but it was so sharply hit. I don't know. To go side with the score on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to him as well. And again, just so many hard hit balls, and that's going to be the end of the night for the pitcher, Scott Squire, who will exit having given up 5, still responsible for the 2 men on. And we'll have a pitching change here. We'll take a quick break on the NECBL Radio Network. Well, the new pitcher, Janaris Menendez, the junior from Suffolk, out of Dorchester, Massachusetts, a righty, number 26, 0-2, a 7.15 earned run average, called on by Coach Daryl Morehart to get the Blue Sox out of a jam here in the 4th inning. As Nick Lima with me, I'm Seth Dussault, bringing you live coverage of NECBL action. The Newport Gulls 5, the Holyoke Blue Sox nothing in the bottom of the 4th. The first pitching change. Scott Squire cruised through his first 3 innings, gave up the 1 home run, looked good, but then the wheels really just falling off in the 4th as the best hitting lineup in the NECBL is tearing the cover off the ball. And Yale Rosen will come up. He is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts, both of them swinging. This time with runners on first and second here in inning number 4. The center fielder, 10 home runs, 31 runs batted in, takes the first pitch strike. On the outside part of the plate. Mendez 11 and a third innings, 12 hits, 10 runs, 9 of them earned, has walked 10 and struck out 8, so that might be the issue. 5 doubles and a triple as he misses low there. Ball 1-1. Opponent's hitting 286 off of him. He has one wild pitch, has hit one batsman. His whip is an even 2. Gonna need to get 2 outs here for the Blue Sox as some defensive bouncing around leads Rosen to step out of the batter's box and get time, and now he will step back in. And now looking back, the runners as well. Taking a little bit of time here, just slowing things down, perhaps trying to cool off the red-hot bats of the Gulls. The pitch swung on, fouled off of himself for strike number 2 is Rosen. Winger due up next would be the 9th hitter of the inning. So barring Rosen grounding into a double play here, they'll bat it around if you're the Gulls. 5 runs in, 2 men on, 1 man out on the foul pop-up by Kaufman, the first and only out of the inning so far. The pitch, swing and a miss, curveball in the dirt, got him to chase. No throw needed to first, obviously, since a runner is on. And the third time that Rosen has gone down by way of the swinging K. That'll bring Winger to the dish. 0 for 2, having grounded to second and popped up to second in the first and third innings, respectively. Hoping for a little more luck here. The first pitch is a fastball right down the middle, and challenge there from Menendez. Winger does not take the bat off of his shoulder. The 0-1. Looking back, the man on second, and now he'll deal. This one just missing on the inside part of the plate. Another hard fastball from Mendez. Count 1-1. Lights are on here in Newport. The 1-1. Did he check his swing? No, they'll say he did not. Strike 2. Winger stepping out of the box, not probably enthusiastic about that call, but never are when it goes against you. And he stands in once more, right side of the dish. Mendez getting ready for the 1-2, looking to get out without allowing any more damage to be done. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him to chase the curveball down and away, almost in the dirt. So effective relief from Mendez, 2 swinging strikeouts, but the damage done. The Gulls getting 4 runs on 5 hits in the inning to take a 5-0 lead as we head to the top of the 5th here on the NECBL Radio Network. Well, a visit to the mound from the Gulls mascot as the Gulls pitcher John Hochstadter now with a sizable lead to work with. 5-0 here as we head to the top of the 5th. Max Pentecost, the 5-hitter in the lineup for Holyoke, will lead it off. Danny Deerkroger also due up, as well as Connor McKay, the 5, 6, 7 hitters. As a 1-hitter through 4 for Hochstadter here in the friendly confines of Cardines Field, Newport, Rhode Island. Nick Lima alongside me. I am Seth Dussault. As we head to the middle frames of this game, the throw down to second. The Blue Sox with work to do if they're going to get back into this one, as the Gulls almost were able to do when they played in Holyoke earlier this year. Got out to a big 0 lead, or a big 6-0 lead. Holyoke did, and the Gulls scratched and clawed, ended up losing 9-8. But the Blue Sox have to think that they can perhaps mount a comeback of their own. It only takes 1 inning as the first pitch, curveball for a strike on Pentecost, who grounded to third. swinging at the first pitch back in inning number 2. That one outside, ball 1, 1-1.
Other action around the NECBL. They're tied at New Bedford. Bay Sox and Schooners, 1 apiece in the top of the 5th.
Here's the 1-1, swung on line right at the third baseman. Very easy play over there at third for Austin Slater. Just sticks his glove up and makes the catch.
2 more shutouts in progress. The Danbury Westerners blanking the Northam Steelcats last of the 5th. 2-0 the score there. Also 2-0 at Goodall Park in Sanford, Maine, as the Mainers being blanked by the Keene Swamp Bats, 2-0.
A lot of road teams having success at the Blue Sox. Not one of them tonight as the first pitch to Kroger is over for a strike on the outside part of the plate. The man wearing the number 10, the second baseman, hitting .311. Coming into tonight, and he'll hit this one. Played by the second baseman. He's going to have to hurry, but he's able to get it there in time. And for the second time, Kroger goes down 4-3. And so Connor McKay will come up trying to get something going. He ended up striking out swinging on 8 pitches to start the third.
And Montpelier Recreation Field, Laconia Muskrats 4, Vermont Mountaineers 1 in the top of the 4th.
First pitch, change up, missing well away, ball 1 to McKay. Working quickly and a fastball inside, not going to hit the plate either, ball 2, 2-0. Refreshing to see a pitcher who doesn't take 30 seconds in between pitches, as this one catches the outside of the corner on the changeup for a strike. Think of Josh Beckett, who takes about an hour between each pitch. Can go make dinner.
And eat it.
Yeah, no kidding. That one in the dirt, ball 3-1. Good job by the catcher to keep it in front of him, although not really necessary with nobody on.
Here in the 5th, that's only the second time he's going to ball 3 in a batter.
Impressive outing so far. The 3-1 swung on, lined into center field. This could be trouble. It is up off the top of the wall. That was a long double there for Connor McKay. And at probably any other ballpark in the NECBL, that ball's not coming back.
28-foot high fence out there. It hit around the 395-foot marker, about 15 feet up on that wall. That would be gone most of the ballparks in the league, all except for maybe Holyoke in Vermont.
Well, that will bring Chris Woolley to the plate, and he doubled to left field in his first at-bat. So for the Blue Sox, hoping he can recreate that at-bat here as the curveball for a ball. It never dropped down into the zone. Kind of a fake, as though a throw was coming to second, but nothing there. Woolley at .242 coming into this game, has 2 home runs. That pitch in the dirt, kind of backhand stab by the catcher, Paré. Woolley in a hitter's count here, 2-0. Got to think chip away. Don't want to think about a home run. Think about a base hit here, especially in a park like this where fielding can be maddeningly difficult, as that one not even close up and in. Ball 3. And now you've got to think Woolley's just going to keep the bat on his shoulder, not swing at a 3-0 pitch with 2 outs. And a man in scoring position is Holyoke desperately needing runs. He doesn't, takes a changeup down the middle for a strike 1, 3-1.
Newport Gulls have not shut out a team this season in 9 innings. They do have 1 7-inning shutout, though.
Here's the 3-1. It's not close again. Change up outside. Ball 4, first and second. And the 9-hitter, Evan Potter, who flew to left in his first at-bat in inning number 3.
That's going to bring Kevin Long, the Gulls pitching coach, out for a visit with him and Paré.
Gotta be careful not to lose Potter here. You don't want to go back to Jordan Cure at the top of the order, who would be up next. And Potter coming into tonight hitting 141. Obviously that has gone down with the fly out to left back in the 3rd. But of course this is a game of baseball, and unlikely things always can happen in this sport. Guy's hitting 141 doesn't mean he's not going to end up going 3 for 4.
much like Quidditch. Also,
It's kind of like in every sport. I mean, you see any given night, anybody can pick up and carry a team, and I bet Evan Potter would love nothing more than to bring a few runs in for the Blue Sox here. First pitch outside or inside corner. Check that for a strike on the fastball.
the Gulls found that out last night when they dealt a loss to the lowly Mystic Schooners. If they're just their 4th win of the season.
No game is a guarantee. The pitch cut on and missed. Nasty breaking ball there on the part of John Hochstatter. And hard for me to fathom that he's coming into tonight with a 6.75 ERA, considering that he is just mowed down the Blue Sox lineup tonight. The pitch is lined to right, base hit. They're going to wave him around. No, they're not. It's going to be bases loaded. A line shot into right on an 0-2 pitch keeps the inning alive, and now Jordan Cure, the leadoff man, with the bases packed full of Blue Sox. This could be the biggest at-bat of the game. Cure can get a hit here. It's going to bring in a couple at least as we get a gull flying over the field. I don't know if that's the unofficial mascot. Over in right. Nowhere to put Cure. The first pitch is going to catch the inside corner, breaking from the outside to the inside. A very nasty pitch out of Hochstatter. A lot of movement on his stuff and a good variety of pitches so far. The 0-1 fouled off. That one was coming up and in, and Cure knows it. Frustrated look on his face. He knew he should have let that one go. The ball probably landed somewhere in the parking lot. 0-2. Strikeout here would be absolutely monstrous. The pitch. Not close. Not chasing was Cure, as that one well away the whole way. Jordan Cure 0 for 2. Popped to third. Flew to center. The pitch. He gets just a chunk of it. Fighting to stay alive, and he does. Still 1-2. If Cure can reach Norton, the team's second leading hitter at 360, would come to the plate. There flies that Seagull again, the 1-2. He caught the outside corner, strike 3, and Cure is not happy. He lets the umpire know how he feels about it, but he will go down looking. The first strikeout looking of the game halfway through here. It is 5-0 Gulls as they leave them loaded in the top of the 5th here on the NECBL Radio Network. It is Lighthouse Point, Florida native Matt Paré leading off with a pitch that is swung on and hit into right. It is up, over, and gone. A home run. No doubter off the bat. Boy, that ball would have been a home run if that fence was 450 feet away. He absolutely annihilated that baseball. And it is 6-0.
Number 3 of the season from Matt Paré. His first home run at home. His other 2, of course, came over the weekend at Mystic in the same game. The Gulls' extra inning victory. He was the hero there. And here he gives the Newport Gulls now a 6-0 lead as he hits number 3 and will collect his 10th RBI in this just his 11th game.
That was a moonshot. The pitch here is swung on and hit to right field and up off the wall. The center fielder will play it. It is an off-the-wall single as it came right to him. And again, the Gulls just smashing these baseballs here. They're going to have to get a whole new bucket by the time this game's over, I bet, because those balls are going to be too beat up to continue to use.
Now, it was Paré and Slater that led off the 4th of the pair of hard-hit singles, and here the home run of the single leads off the 5th, this time against Mendez and a different pitcher. They're still hitting the ball hard.
2 pitches and 2 very hard-hit balls, and Connor Canary out of Milford, Connecticut, takes the first pitch for a strike on the outside corner. Milford, Connecticut, of course, the home, its most famous resident, Jonathan Quick, Conn Smythe Trophy winner for the LA Kings, Stanley Cup champions. I'm sure Canary must have been happy about that. Trying to make a little magic of his own here, but he'll take that one on the outside corner for strike 2. He's behind quickly 0-2 and steps out. I think the key in this inning, if you're the Gulls, is just to swing at the ball. Obviously, success on the 2 swings that they've had. Canary tripled with 2 runs batted in the 4th on that ball that hopped up over the left fielder's head. He'll take a curveball down and away for ball 1-2 to him. Also struck out swinging back in inning number 2. 6-0. 1 on, no outs. Bottom of the 5th. High and away, ball 2-2 to Canary. The Gulls showing why they're the #1 hitting team in the NECBL so far through this first half of our game. And this one grounded to second. Flip for the shortstop. 1 on to first. Double play. A 4-6-3 DP on a 2-2 pitch by Canary. And the first double play we've seen of this game. That'll bring McKeithen up with nobody on and 2 outs. He has now batted in each of the last 3 innings, hitting a home run to left in the 3rd, single in the left in the 4th. Got to assume he's going to be going to left again here in the 5th. As the first pitch chasing one down and away, and his swing was kind of on an up and in pitch. It was fooled there by Mendez, excuse me. Count 0-1. Wind up in the pitch. Did he check his swing? They will appeal down. They will say yes, he did go. The field umpire there ringing up McKeithen.
Charlie Campbell down there. It's the second time we've seen him here this season.
0-2 on the part of Mendez. Missing away. Tries to get McKeithen to chase. No such luck. Time now called. McKeithen will step out, think about things here.
The Blue Sox have amongst the sharpest looking uniforms, both home and on the road in the NECBL.
Blue tops, white bottoms, little red. I love to check that blue stripe, the red numbers. That one on the outside corner, strike 3, and McKeithen not happy with himself throwing his bat to the ground. But he took that one looking. However, Matt Paré took one to right field. That was a no-doubter. They make it 6-0 after 5. We'll head to the top of the 6th here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. And the Gulls on top of the Blue Sox. Top of the 6th, and the 2-3-4 hitters for the Blue Sox as Adam Norton takes strike 1 here at Cardines Field, Newport, Rhode Island. The 0-1 swung on, grounded softly to second, fielded and flipped on to first for the out. 2 pitches and 1 out on the 4-3, so Norton 0 for 3. And that'll bring Phil Mosey to the dish. 0 for 2 with a ground out to short and a strikeout, swinging on 4 pitches back in the 4th.
The designated hitter,
Mosey the DH in
Bill Ozzie.
tonight's contest. Takes the almost eephus pitch again high for ball 1, the very slow curve. And you wonder why more batters don't jump on top of those. I mean, those seem like they're batting practice pitches almost, as this one's fouled back, a fastball.
Sure.
I like that little car crash sound effect they got going after every foul ball that's hit out of play.
They love using that, even on ground ball fouls.
The 1-1 swung on, grounded to third, fielded cleanly, and fired for the out.
Well, there's talk of getting a splash sound effect because the water up the third base line is only a block away here from Cardines Field.
Oh, here's a sound effect for you. The first ever baseball game I called my freshman year at AIC. Second inning, one of our freshmen fouled the ball off into the parking lot. It's right next to the field. Smashed the windshield of a car. The president of our college.
Oh,
Yeah. So obviously that was taken care of as this one is fouled off. McConkey at the dish. I'll tell you what, that freshman must have been sweating bullets.
you know, the Rick Aikman were playing a game, and they were leading 2-0 in the 8th this spring, and the president of the college showed up at the ballpark. The other team scored 13 runs in the inning.
Oh, too much pressure as this one grounded to second, and another 1-2-3 inning. I'll tell you what, you line them up and I'll chop them down, says John Hochstadter, who has been brilliant. We've played 5.5, 6-0 Gulls on the NECBL radio network. Well, Connor Spencer coming in as a defensive replacement for Adam Norton. Spencer is a sophomore at the University of California, Irvine, out of Triburo Canyon, California. And Spencer is hitting .264 on 19 of 72. 6 doubles, 1 home run, 10 runs batted in. Has walked 5 times, been plunked 5 times, struck out 16 times, grounding into 2 double plays, on base of .339. Same pitcher out on the mound, though, and he will just narrowly miss hitting Charlie White here in the bottom of the 6th, as that pitch was at the shoe tops of White, who was then hit and walked, and takes ball 2 in the dirt off the glove of the catcher and almost up over the fence, or that backstop mesh. Took a very high hop, a 2-0 count. White has had, as we mentioned, 8 official at-bats, and then been hit 6 times and walked 6 times, takes a strike. Getting on any way you can. His on-base percentage, I believe, has got to be close to about 800 at this point. A 2-1. He gets hit. I think he got hit. He's stepping out as though limping a little as though he got hit, but they're going to just call it ball 3. That looked like it may have hit him, but he's not going to get it. He doesn't protest. Ahead in the count 3-1 and up 6-0. There's really no purpose if he did. The pitch swung on and grounded to second. Takes a high hop, but fielded and fired. On to first for the out. So goes down 4-3, and now the leadoff hitter, top of the order, Casey Kaufman, coming up. 0 for 2 with a walk, sandwiched in between a fly out to center and a foul pop out to the catcher. Kaufman takes the first pitch. That's going to miss for ball 1. Gulls looking to improve to 21-6. Best record in the NECBL already is a huge hack taken by Kaufman. He couldn't catch up to that curveball for strike 1, 1-1. Mendez coming in relief of Scott Squire in the 4th inning, the monstrous 4-run inning that the Gulls put up on the board, and has been solid since then, allowing just the 1 home run. Count 2-1 now as Kaufman takes that one outside. Holyoke, no runs on 3 hits. Newport, 6 runs on 8 hits. No errors on either side. As the pitch is just going to miss, ball 3. Again, you could say maybe a few of those hits in the big 4th inning for the Gulls could have been fielded, but can just as easily say that they shouldn't have been, and they weren't, which is the important part as Kaufman takes strike 2. Count 3-2. 1 out, nobody on. Melillo on deck. And that man in the on-deck circle hitting close to 400, 1 for 2 on the day. As this one is swung on and sky to right. Could be trouble. Up, over, and gone. A home run. Casey Kaufman's 5th of the year. And I'll give him his 25th run batted in on the season. Taking a 3-2 pitch deep off Mendez, the second bomb he's given up.
Casey.
It is 7-0.
Gulls out 7-0 here. Casey Kaufman homering on back-to-back nights. He had a 2-run blast in Missick to straightaway center last night. This one a no-doubter as well, clearing that 28-foot-high fence and from the deeper parts of the ballpark by the right field corner.
That pitch way inside on Melillo. He has to scamper out of the way. Ball 1. Walked, lined to second, and singled off the shortstop as he takes this one in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-0 in his previous 3 plate appearances tonight. And about 395 on the year with that hit earlier. Takes ball 3, and with the power hitting Rosen coming up, don't want to lose Melillo, although Rosen has struck out swinging 3 times tonight, not his best so far. And they'll 4-pitch walk, not even anything near the strike zone, as Melillo given the unintentional intentional walk almost. Not sure that that's what the Blue Sox wanted, though.
Number 25, Yale,
And Rosen, 33 of 94 on the year with these 3 strikeouts that he's had in the first, third, and fourth inning. All swinging. Takes the first pitch away, ball 1. And on first and 1 out. Winger in the on-deck circle if he gets to come up. The 0-1 not close, way up and away, ball 2. It is now 6 consecutive pitches that have gone for balls to the 2 and 3 hitters of the Newport Gulls in this inning. That one will just catch the outside corner for strike number 1 on Rosen, who is not going to take the bat off his shoulder. Wisely at this point, force him to throw a strike since Mendez has not. This one not close either, ball 3, and you got Brett Winger, I guess I said, in the on-deck circle, a 337 hitter. The 1 through 4 of the Newport Gulls lineup, 3 guys who are all hitting anywhere from Winger at 337 all the way up to 393 for Melillo is just absolute filth. That one's just going to miss inside. Ball 4, 2 consecutive walks. And out first and second with 1 out for Winger, and Coach Morehart's going to come out. Is he going to just talk things over, or is he going to make a pitching change? I'll tell you that Mendez does not look happy. Morehart not taking the ball from him, though. Just a discussion about how to deal with Winger, who is 0 for 3 on the night. Grounded to second. Popped to second and struck out swinging in the first, third, and fourth innings. 4th time was the charm in terms of getting on for Rosen, and Winger looking to see if his 4th time at the dish can be charm and bringing up a hit and a run. As the Gulls really taking revenge on the Blue Sox for the loss that they had up in Holyoke about 3 weeks ago. Pounding the Sox into the ground, 7-0 right now, and showing no mercy here. Back-to-back walks, 1 out here in the 7th after a home run by Casey Kaufman. First pitch, did he check his swing? No, they'll say he went around, strike 1, says the home plate umpire. The 0-1. Good breaking ball there on the inside part of the plate for strike 2, and quickly behind 0-2 is Winger. Mendez looks. Now he looks the men back at second. Looking again at second. Still looking. Now he'll wind and deal, and this is lined into the left field for a hit. They will hold the runner, so the bases are loaded. And Winger does get his single. Gets on base on an 0-2 pitch, and that brings up Pare, who is 2 for 3, a single and then a home run in the last couple of innings. Struck out swinging on 3 pitches back in the second. And Coach Morehart's going to come out again. There will be a pitching change this time. See who the Blue Sox bring in to try and contain the catcher for the Gulls. We'll take a break here on the NECBL Radio Network as the pitching change gets made for the Blue Sox. Oh, the new pitcher, Joel Clark, a sophomore, the Niagara Purple Eagles. And he comes to the Blue Sox from Grand Island, New York. No record in 1 appearance, has an ERA of 0. And he will come in to look to contain this bases loaded situation with Matt Pare coming up to the plate after swinging and missing at the first 3 pitches he saw in inning number 2. He has swung and made contact at the last 2 pitches he saw, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, for a single through the right side and a long home run to right field. It is 7-0 Gulls as the sun has more or less set here in Newport. The lights are on. The crowd is enthusiastic, and the first pitch is over the outside corner on the curveball. Hard hook, 12-6 for a strike to Pare. Clock a lefty. Lefty on lefty matchup. Swing and a miss. Almost in the dirt. Pare chasing that one there, was fooled by the curveball. A very hard one. The count 0-2. Of course, it was 0-2 that Winger took the ball to left for a hit to load him up. And with only 1 out, Pare strikes out. It's not the be-all, end-all, but he will pop this one up. Foul ground. Is it going to be playable? Yes, and caught. F5 if you're scoring at home, as that was popped out and caught in foul ground by McConkey. And Austin Slater, who has singled twice in his last 2 at-bats, in his last 2 innings, swinging at the first pitch both times. The Gulls have just wasted no time. Their best at-bats have come when they've just swung at the ball. A lot of first pitch contact. And this first pitch is way inside, as though to prevent that from happening, it knocks Slater out of the batter's box. There's a little jig to avoid getting nailed by the fastball. Count 1-0. Nowhere to put him if you walk him, as they are loaded for the Gulls. Got Winger on third, Rosen on Melillo on third, Rosen on second, Winger on first. The pitch popped up right center field. This is playable and caught in center to end the inning and end the threat. The Gulls get another one, though, here in the bottom of the 6th on the home run by Kaufman to make it 7-0. We'll head to the top of the 7th after the break here on the NECBL Radio Network. We are here in the top half of the 7th. I am Seth Dussault, and alongside me, Nick Lima here at Cardines Field, Newport, Rhode Island. We'll have Nick take over the final 3 innings of this NECBL battle, interdivision rivalry between the Blue Sox and the Gulls.
Thank you very much, Steph. As the Newport Gulls look to split the 2-game series here John Hochstadter's been on cruise control. He's only allowed 3 hits and a walk. And the first pitch is swung on and popped up to right. Outgoing the right fielder, and will they get there? No, they won't. It's a fair ball. It's going to drop down to the corner right by the warehouse. It'll be a leadoff single for Max Pentecost as White, Winger, and I think Canary all went out there, but that ball dropped as they weren't sure if it's going to land on the warehouse or land fair territory. Land just fair. Of course, there is no foul territory there, so they can't sprint their way over. Danger of colliding with that stone building. That's just the 4th hit given up by Hochstadter.
That's an unfortunate one to give up if you're Hochstadter, and obviously nothing your fielders can really do about something like that. This ballpark very unique.
Dan DeKroger hits the ground ball, bouncer right side, fielded by Canary. Throws a second out there on the first. It is not in time. They can't turn 2, but the lead runner, Pentecost, is retired on the fielder's choice, 4-6. Here comes Connor McKay. Slow grounder. No. DeKroger beat it out at first. McKay's doubled and struck out. Hochstadter gave up a 2-out double, a walk, and a single in the 5th, but the Blue Sox left him loaded. He gave up a double in the 3rd, and that runner was stranded on. McKay stands in the pitch. Is swung on and popped up. Sky down the left field line. Actually behind the plate. It'll be well fouled. Matt Perret gave that one a chase, but it's well out of the ballpark. 0-1. 1 out, 1 on, 7-0 Gulls. John Hochstadter's turnout, one of the finest starts of the season for a Gulls starting pitcher. And this his 3rd start. He's in search of his 2nd win. 0-1 fastballs on the inside corner for a called strike. And he's been in command all night. He's only going to ball 3 in a batter 3 times, walking 1, allowing a double to another, and inducing a ground out to the 3rd. The 0-2 pitch, chopped foul first base side. Count remains 0-2 to McKay, hitting .290 on the season.
It was a check swing foul right there. You talked about the command of Hochstadter and that pitch beforehand that McKay took for a strike. He jumped out of the batter's box and it was a strike. That's how you know that this guy is putting the ball exactly where he wants it.
The pitch. Broken back, grounded to second. Fielded by McKeithen. Throws to second. Out there on the first. Double play. 6-4-3 in the twin killing. And just like that, Hochstadter's out of the 7th. We go to the home half of the 7th. 7-0 Gulls in 7th inning stretch time here at Cardines Field. We'll pick up Newport Gulls public address announcer Don O'Hanley for the singing of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Seven inning stretch time, 7-0 Gulls lead. We'll be back in a moment on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Back here now at Cardines Field, Nick Lima alongside Seth Dussault. 7-0 Gulls here in the last of the 7th. It'll be Connor Canary, Joe McKeithen, Charlie White out to face Joe Clark, out for another inning of relief. He gets the last 2 outs in the 6th. A defensive change here for the Blue Sox. Mike Fisher replaces Mac Pentecost behind the plate. Fisher, part of the new battery here. First pitch misses for ball 1.
Fisher, a right-handed throwing 6'10", 190 sophomore from Columbia, Seacliff, New York native.
Next pitch is away. Ball 2 to Canary, who's 1 for 3. Bounced into a 4.63 twin killing. Struck out. two-run triple in the fourth. His first triple of the season. The Gulls' third as this pitch is swung on and popped up a long way to right field. McKay going back, looking up at the wall. He leaps, and this one is gone. Oh, it's caught, rather. It's caught, I should say. Whoa. It looked like
he
that
leapt
one might have
up
been out,
into the fence and caught the ball up against the fence.
Wow, what a catch.
And I'll tell you what, Canary thought that it was gone too because he was trotting around the bases and the umpire told him to get back to your dugout. He can't believe it. That's a nice catch there, though, by the right fielder for Connor McKay for the Blue Sox.
Here's McKeithen, takes the first pitch low for ball one.
I guess we're just so used at this point to the solo home run.
And that missed a home run by about a foot or two. It was just a little more to the left where the fence juts in as the pitch is cut on and missed. What a play made by McKay. Have to see if we can get another replay of that one. 1-1 is cut on and missed, strike two.
Yeah, that was probably the defensive play of the night. All apologies to Brett Winger, who made a good play at first earlier.
1-2 from Clark, misses low, and the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Charlie White waiting on deck. Canary again missed a home run by just a few feet. Came straight down along the fence. Didn't make contact. Pitch is cut on and missed, strike three. That's his first strikeout in relief for Joel Clark. And there are 2 down here in the 7th. Here's a shot of that replay again.
And you can just see him just positioning himself, jumping up into the fence to snow cone it. Very good catch. And you can see why I'm sure there were a lot of people fooled. The batter was fooled. He was doing a home run trot, like I said, and had to be told no, that was caught.
There's Charlie White, been on base twice, grounded out. The pitch is outside high, ball one. White is now 3 for 9, batting .333 on the season. But he's been hit by a pitch and walked tonight. So he's reached base already 8 times, despite having only 9 at bats. So this one is drilled to right center field. It's going to be off the wall on a bounce. Rolling down towards the corner. The speedy White will hit second and will hold up there with a 2-out double. And that is Charlie White's first extra base hit of the season. And his on-base percentage is still well above 700 as we cycle around to the top of the order. And Casey Kaufman with a solo home run to right in the 8th. Walked, fouled out, and fly to center. Newport looking for perhaps a little more insurance here in the 7th off of reliever Joel Clark. Only 6 outs remain for the Blue Sox.
If I'm doing my math right, he's reached base 12 times out of 18 plate appearances. 666.
Incredible.
That's ridiculous.
Pitch is hooked down the left field line, foul. Well, if we keep those numbers up the rest of the season, it'll certainly be impressive, though he won't have enough bats either way to qualify for the all-time record books for the Gulls or the league, but there certainly are plenty of other Gulls on paths to set new records, both for the team and for the NECBL, including several in tonight's starting lineup.
Got a pinch hitter here, it looks like, number 10.
Oh, it's Jeff Melillo stepping up to the plate. Melillo, 2 walks and RBI single, he lined out. Takes the first pitch low for ball one. Did we miss something there? I think we did. We have tonight's attendance report, 2,763, 2,763 the attendance tonight. A pitch from Clark is swung on and hit in the air to right center field. Going back is Kerr, looking up at the wall, and this one is high off the top of the wall. 1 run will score, and the score is Kaufman. The ball gets away, taking off at third base is Melillo. He will slide in safely, and just like that, the Gulls have broken it wide open. They lead 9-0 with a 2-run double by Jeff Melillo. Well, he missed a home run by just a couple of feet.
Center fielder,
As Melillo stands in now at third here.
Yale Rosen.
Big 2-out hit. Now Yale Rosen 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts and a walk. Swings at the first pitch for strike 1. Tonight's attendance 2,763, the third largest crowd of the summer here at Cardines. Melillo at third. Here's the 0-1. On the outside corner for a strike. 0-2.
And somehow we managed to lose an entire batter in the process.
0-2 pitch, swung on a miss, strike 3. Tag missed. Now the throw down is in time, so we strike out 2-3. For the out that retires the side, but the Gulls add 2 more and a pair of doubles here in the 7th. And after 7 full, Newport 9 and Holyoke nothing on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Well, welcome back here at Cardines Field. New pitcher on the mound for the Newport Gulls. John Hochstetter's night is done. Mitch Horacek will take over here, another lefty. Horacek been solid for the Gulls this season, a 4.32 ERA, 3-1. This is his 4th relief appearance, his 7th appearance overall. He's made 3 starts, has a save. He's worked 25 innings, allowing 25 hits, 12 runs, all the Marin, walking 4, striking out 25. 7 doubles, no triples, but a team high and the league leaders in home runs allowed with 6. Many of them solo shots, though. 260 opponent batting average. He's thrown a wild pitch and hit 2 batters. 1.16 whip. He'll enter the game here for Horacek, who's earned his 2nd win. It's up to the bullpen now. He only allowed 4 hits, walked 1 in 7 innings of work. First pitch to Chris Wolfie's. First pitch is fouled back. We'll have a pinch hitter here as well for the Holyoke Blue Sox. There's the 0-1 from Horacek. It's outside, and the count even at 1-1.
The batter, number
18. The pitch is fouled down the left field line, and ducking out of the way is our team videographer, Maria from Belita.
It's Rocco Gondek, 6'4", 215, junior out of Sacred Heart University, a pioneer from Glastonbury, Connecticut. One of a couple of Sacred Heart pioneers on the Holyoke Blue Sox. The other being Cody Kursky, a right-handed pitcher.
Pitch is strike 2, 1-2 the count on Gondek. Pitch, ground ball chop foul, third base side. So, is he wearing a different number?
I think what happened is they had Fisher change for Pentecost defensively for half an inning, and then Gondek, if I'm even in the right place in my lineup.
Well, he's wearing number 28 on the roster. He's wearing.
I got on this roster. I got him as 18.
Yeah.
28 is Nathan Harsh.
Pitch is a strike 3 called on the outside corner. So, who we believe is Gondek strikes out. Looking. Now here's Evan Potter. Potter singled and flying to left.
The shortstop, number 14, Evan Potter.
Pitch is low, ball 1. Swinging a line drive down the left field line, hooking, foul. Lands into the bullpen, bounces back onto the field of the play. Potter missed an extra base hit by just a couple of feet.
I'll tell you, here's the Gondek. Here's the issue. Gondek's somehow listed as a pitcher and Harsh a hitter on the roster in your game sheet. That's the issue, because Gondek actually came in to pitch one time as a position player, and Harsh has pinch hit a few times. so that throws everything off.
Yeah, and there are two 28s here,
Yep,
so that's why.
There's your
So it is
your
gone.
problem.
It was gone, Dax. The pitch, a ground ball, bounce to the third base line, just foul. That remains 2-2 on Evan Potter. And we finally know how Casey Kaufman got on base. I guess everyone here in the press box missed the signal from the umpire. It was catcher's interference, the rarest ways to reach base. So Kaufman reached via catcher's interference. First time the Gulls have had that happen this season. The 2-2 pitch is fouled back. And of course, catcher's interference happens when the catcher interferes with the swing of the batter. It's an automatic get on first base, but none of us knew.
I think
he
you know what
there.
ended up happening was that we were all thinking about figuring out Charlie White's on base percentage, and somehow everybody
White
missed
distracted us. The 2-2 is cut on and foul tip to the backstop. One out here for Mitch Horacek, who's come on relief here for John Hochstadter. We're in the 8th, 9-0. Newport Gulls lead it. The Gulls shut out the Mystic Scooters 12-0 here a week and a half ago in the first game of a 7-inning doubleheader. The pitcher, ground ball bouncer, McKeithen fields, throws to first, and there are 2 down. Well, there have been 4 1-2-3 innings so far in this one. 1 inning with allowed just a hit, 1 inning with the bases are loaded but no one scored, and an inning where Hochstadter faced a minimum but got a double play ball after giving up a leadoff single to get out of it. And here, Mitch Horacek is doing much the same. He's retired the first 2 batters he's seen. And we cycle to the top of the order, and just for the 4th time, it's John Cure takes the first pitch strike. Cure is 0 for 3. Popped the third, fly to center, and struck out. Only 4 hits and 1 walk. 5 base runners so far in this one for the Blue Sox. The pitch skips in there for ball 1. Newport Gulls go back on the road tomorrow at Sanford. 6:30 start time. Michael Johnson makes his first start of the season for the Gulls. 1-1, swung on, ground ball to third. Austin Slater has a hard screaming liner, throws to first. A 1-2-3 inning in relief for Mitch Horacek. And we go to the last of the 8th. Gulls 9, Blue Sox nothing. Here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field. We go to the home half of the 8th. Last chance for the Newport Gulls to add to their lead. A new pitcher on the mound for the Blue Sox.
Brandon Thomas coming in 0-1 with a 10.80 ERA. Thomas, a freshman, San Diego State University, Palmdale, California. A lefty, 5'11", 214.
Thomas enters the game here for Joel Clark. Allowed 2 runs in the 7th, took the last 2 outs in the 8th. So weird. Catcher's interference in that one. That's how Casey Kaufman got on base. One of the 7 ways you can reach base in baseball. We've seen them all tonight, except for drop third strike in the error. Because there have been no errors in this ball game. It's been cleanly played on both sides. As Brett Winger steps up to the plate, 1 for 4. Ground out, a pop-up, a strikeout, and a single. Came into the game hitting .337. His first pitch low, ball 1. From Thomas, 4th pitcher of the night for the Blue Sox.
It's interesting. I didn't know that there were exactly 7 ways to reach base.
1-0 was cut on and missed. You got the base hit,
yeah,
the walk, hit by pitch.
The interference, drop third strike.
Yep. Fielder's choice.
Yep.
The 7th one always, and then an error.
You would think that they would roll the drop third strike just in as a type of error.
1-1, the ground ball bounce to the shortstop. He's up with it, throws across the first in time for the out. Well, it's an interesting, as far as stats go, because of the drop third strike, it's still in the book as a strikeout.
Right,
so
the pitcher gets the credit for the K.
In the
So
end,
that's why
you could
it's
have
slightly
a limited number of strikeouts in an inning. You could tie the Major League record of 20 in the first inning if you really had some sort of magical thing happen. You can't really do that with anything else. So in its way, it's its own unique thing.
Yeah, it's something you don't see too much. That's how you have pitchers. I think the record for strikeouts in an inning in Major League Baseball is 4. I don't think I've ever seen 5.
I've never seen 5. I'll have to look it up, though. I wonder if all games that have ever been played, if it's ever happened, see 0-1 pitches inside. We already had a couple of 4 strikeout innings this season for the Newport Gulls. 1-1 the count on Matt Perret, who's homered to right, singled, fouled out, and struck out the pitch. Foul to the screen. Count 1-2 as our backstop carry position again gets shooken up. Things taken for a ride tonight.
Well, quick Google search. I just typed in 4 strikeouts in 1 inning at the Baseball Almanac. It's been done quite a number of times.
This one comes inside and hits him, and Perret on base for the 3rd time. Gulls lead the league in hit by pitch. That's the 2nd batter that's been hit tonight by the Blue Sox. So for the team overall, that is number 37. Now, it has happened, 5 strikeouts in an inning?
Oh, 5 strikeouts in an inning. No, 5 has not happened.
Well,
I'm looking at
if you
4.
If you scroll down, scroll up a little bit.
Let's see.
No? Yes, it hasn't, huh?
I'm not seeing anything here. Let me take one look.
Pitch is low, ball 1. To Austin Slater, who singled twice, flied out, and grounded out. I got to assume the odds of it happening are astronomical.
Never occurred in a regulation Major League Baseball game. 3 times at the minor league level. Mike Schultz of the Lancaster Jethawks in 04. Garrett Bauer of the Rockford Riverhawks in 08. Joe Niekro did it in a spring training game in 1976. The catcher, Cliff Johnson, charged with 5 pass balls in the inning. Niekro a knuckleballer, which explains that one.
Pitch is low. Count 2-1 on Austin Slater, 2 for 4 tonight. So the 5 strikeout inning, rarer feat than the unassisted triple play, which has happened here at Guardians Field. There was 1.
12 times in Major League history, I believe.
Pitch is swung on a line drive right at the second base and throws the first, 9 in time. Again, the Gulls with a 9-0 lead, not opting for the hit and run here, and that's saved and out. Perret hops back on the bag. Slater lines out. The Gulls have really been hitting the ball well tonight, no matter who's on the mound. Here's Connor Canary, struck out, had a 2-run triple, bounced into a double play and fly to right. Call Me Maybe is walk-up sing, playing over the rafters here at Cardines. We'll see if we can call up another home run here. The pitch is low, ball 1. Of course, that last plate appearance for Canary hit that fly ball to right, and a great play made by Piquet.
Yeah, absolutely, and looked like it could have been a home run. Canary thought it was a home run. You and I thought it was a home run, but it was a catch.
1-0 pitch, Looper left side, through for a base hit. Opposite way for Canary, and he has his 2nd hit of the night. And for the Gulls, that's their 12th.
I've always wondered how these guys decide what their walk-up music is going to be. When you pick a song like Call Me Maybe, I mean, the Mariano Riveras of the world with, Enter Sandman or something you can see, but we had a pitcher at AIC who comes out to Kellis's Milkshake. and I'll tell you what, it worked because he was pretty hard to hit. I think the thought of it just threw the opposing batters, distracted them or something. Maybe that's the thinking. We'll never know.
Joe McKeithen stands in, takes the first pitch inside, ball 1. He's 2 for 4, struck out twice. Homeward to left, and an RBI single. Now has 9 RBI, 3 homers on the summer.
Well, good news, at least for Blue Sox fans. Oh, actually, I take that back. Vermont, a 5-run bottom of the 6th to take a 9-7 lead on Laconia. North Adams ahead of Danbury, 6-3 in the top of the 8th. Keene 5, Sanford 1 in the bottom of the 9th. And New Bedford 4, Mystic 2 in the bottom of the 7th.
1-1 pitch is inside, ball 2. And for Laconia, the pitching just hasn't been there this season. They've lost 7 despite leading the league in several offensive categories and having the hard-hitting Danny Collins and their team. Leads the league in homers and average. They're just 9-19 en route now to their 20th loss.
5-run bottom of the 6th that is still going for Vermont. They are just pounding the ball.
2-1 pitch in there for a strike on McKeithen. The count evens up at 2-2. Newport has 2 runners on here in the 8th. They lead 9-0. From the stretch, Thomas's pitch. Curve is high. Brendan Thomas came on relief here in the 8th. Reduced the ground out, hit a batter, a liner, and a single.
And for what it's worth, since we're all in New England, Boston 3, Tampa nothing in the top of the 5th. The Yankees 2, the Angels 1 in the top of the 7th.
3-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. There's a 3-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. McKeithen goes down by way of the K for the 3rd time. Gulls strand a pair. They've left 11. We go to the 9th inning. Newport Gulls 9 and the Holyoke Blue Sox nothing. as the Gulls look for the season series split next here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field. We go to the ninth. Newport Gulls lead 9-0. And Newport, Mitch Horacek setting up Caleb Kellogg here, non-save situation. Up by 9 runs. We'll have to face the heart of the order. Kellogg has been used as a closer. He's been used as a middle reliever ever since coming to Newport a couple Fridays ago. He came in, though, on a Friday morning on the plane and pitched that night and got the save in a 1-run game for the Gulls. He's been very good ever since. 3.38 ERA, 1-0. This is his 5th appearance out of the pen already. He has a save. In 5 1/3 innings, he's allowed just 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks. He struck out 7. Opponent's hitting 167 against Kellogg, who will face off against Connor Spencer here. Leading things off in the ninth, making his first plate appearance and is coming in as his defensive substitution in the last of the 6. Spencer hitting .264, a homer and 10 RBI. First pitch is popped up foul, back and out of play. Newport Gulls looking for their 21st win of the season. The Blue Sox in danger of dropping to 11-17. They're down by 9 here. 3 outs left to get as Kellogg enters the game. Third pitcher of the night for Newport. John Hochstadter's earned a win. A great performance shutting out through 7 innings as the 0-1 pitch is outside high. Gulls go on the road at Sanford tomorrow. Michael Johnson, the lefty, gets his first start of the season. Of course, he started for 2 seasons with the North Shore Navigators, being acquired by Newport midway through the summer. 1-1 pitch is cut on a missed strike 2. Newport on an off day Sunday and have a stretch of 6 straight games right up to the All-Star break. Home to Keene on Monday, away at Keene Tuesday. They'll wrap up that season series quickly. Wrap up the 8-game season series with Mystic with a home game Wednesday. At Danbury Thursday, home to Sanford Friday, and at Sanford on Saturday. The pitch, ground ball bouncer right side, backhand stab made by the second baseman. Canary throws to first in time. A good play, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, it looked like that might have gotten through with a good play over at second base to get the out. Holyoke tomorrow will host Keene. And then after that, they will head up to North Adams. And then to Danbury on the 16th. Then take a day off. Host Keene again on the 18th. Host Vermont. Host Keene yet again. And then go to Vermont before the break.
Here's Phil Mosey, who takes the first pitch strike. He's 0 for 3. The top of the order tonight, 0 for 11. The first 5 batters have 1 hit between them.
There's your
from
problem.
Max Pentecost.
Well, Newport, no reason to think that they're not going to get the shutout here. And as you said, I think earlier, they're first of the season, surprisingly, with all the wins and the good pitching that they've got. You would have thought that they'd have 1 mixed in there.
Yeah, they just have the one came in a 7-inning game against Mystic. Gulls won 12-0. Daniel Wright picking up the complete game shutout on that one. John Hochstadter, 7 strong innings here. Mitch Horacek pitched the 8th, 1-2-3. And the 0-2 pitch is a strike 3 called. And there are 2 outs in the ninth, so it's up to Paul McConkey as Newport is looking to shut out the Holyoke Blue Sox here. McConkey will step up to the plate, 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a strikeout. This game has moved along swimmingly. Already here in the ninth before 9 o'clock. McConkey will step up from the left side to face the righty Kellogg. He looks in from the windup. He deals. Fastball, ground ball, bouncing to the right side. Canary has it. He throws to first, and this one's over. The Newport Gulls defeat the Holyoke Blue Sox as they split the season series. Final score here, Gulls 9 and Blue Sox nothing, as the Gulls shut out a team in 9 innings for the first time this season. Oh, they had it all tonight. No errors, no runs across, and some good solid offense once again from the Newport Gulls, as Newport improves to 21-6 on the season. The Blue Sox drop to 11-17. Don't go away. The Newport Gulls post-game report coming up next. We'll have stats, standings, highlights, and I'll play the game interview all on the way here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field here in Newport. Newport Gulls post-game report. Totals in this one for the Gulls. 9 runs, 14 hits, no errors, 11 left on base for the Holyoke Blue Sox. No runs on 4 hits, an error and 4 stranded on. Starting pitchers in this one. Scott Squire went 3 1/3, allowed 5 earned runs, 6 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Gave up a home run, a wild pitch, and hit by pitch. With the loss, he falls to 1-2. He threw 67 pitches, 40 of them for strikes. John Hackstatter, and his first start at home, his third start of the seaseason, picks up the win, improves to 2-0. 7 strong innings, no runs, 4 hits, a walk, 5 strikeouts. Probably the finest start we've seen this season out of the Gulls starting rotation. He threw 81 pitches, 58 from the strikes, and was very efficient. There were 3 home runs hit in this game, all of them off the bat of the Newport Gulls. Matt Perret hit his 3rd of the season, as did Joel McKeithen. Casey Kaufman hit his 5th. The game took 2 hours and 19 minutes to play, was watched by a near sellout crowd of 2,763 fans at Cardines Field. Our Newport Gulls player of the game is John Hochstadt, who picked up his 2nd win, as the Gulls cruise to victory here tonight against the Holyoke Blue Sox.
Tough loss for Holyoke to take as they fall to 11-17 after win last night that snapped a 3-game losing streak. And again, in that competitive Western Division, now right now they'd still be in 3rd place if they were in the East, but they're in 5th on the outside looking in. No crossover rule, and with Vermont seeming to be getting prepared to pick up a victory, leading 9-7 in the 7th, they are going to fall to 2.5 back of a playoff spot if Vermont can hold on. So they've got to get something going. Hopefully they can do something tomorrow, as again they're facing the top team in the division, another team that is 20-6, the Keene Swamp Bats, who picked up, they're now 21-6 as well, as they picked up a 5-1 win over the Mainers today. So schedule doesn't get any easier for the Holyoke Blue Sox.
So the Newport Gulls with a victory here will go off to Sanford tomorrow. Say more about that game when we come back with out-of-town scores. That's next as our post-game report continues on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at Cardines Field here in Newport. Look at out-of-town scores around the NECBL as the Newport Gulls do defeat the Holyoke Blue Sox by a final score here of 9-0. Elsewhere around the league, just one other final to report for you. It's the Keene Swamp Bats. They defeated the Sanford Mainers 5-1, the final score. Sanford drops their 2nd straight as Keene wins their 2nd straight. Keene Swamp Bats improved to 21-6, and the Mainers dropped to 9-15. Final out of Goodall Park. They go to the top of the ninth at Joe Wolf Field. North Adams Steelcats leading the Danbury Westerners 6-3. And the Laconia Muskrats, who are leading the Vermont Mountaineers, have fallen behind now. They're in the top of the 7th at Recreation Field, with the Mountaineers leading the Muskrats 9-7. Top of the 8th they go at Paul Walsh Field. The Bedford Bay Sox en route to a victory tonight. They're leading the Mystic Schooners 6-2. Of course, it was Mystic that defeated the Newport Gulls last night on the road at Mystic. So Newport snaps that 1-game losing streak and improves to 21-6 on the season. Will remain 3.5 games ahead for the moment of the New Bedford Bay Sox in the NECBL Eastern Division. Tomorrow, Newport Gulls go on the road. Michael Johnson, the lefty, 4.91 ERA, no record, and 2 relief appearances, will make his first start of the season. He'll face off against the right-hander from Wake Forest University, Nate Jones of the Sanford Mainers. Jones 0-2 in the season, making his 3rd start, and he has an ERA of 7.71. Jones versus Johnson tomorrow on the Ed Pregame Show, 6:25. First pitch at 6:30 at Sanford, Maine. George Bissell and Jacob Millett will have the call on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Again, your final score here, the Newport Gulls 9 and the Holyoke Blue Sox 0. We'll be down the field, our post-game report coming up in just a few moments, but first, the stats of the game coming up with Tim Scott as our post-game report continues next on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
We're going to talk about WHIP, walks and hits per innings pitched. The formula is pretty simple for WHIP. It's walks and hits over innings pitched. So let's take an example here. Daniel Wright, leading starting pitcher for the Gulls. He has 38 walks and hits combined in 34 innings pitched. That combines to a WHIP of 1.12, which is among the tops on the team. It's better to have a WHIP below 1, but anything about that is pretty good too. So now let's go to some individual statistics. Jeff Melillo, 406 batting average, same batting average Ted Williams had in 1941. with 3 home runs, 21 RBIs, 17 walks, which is among tops on the team. Casey Kaufman hitting .360, 5 homers, 25 RBIs, 11 extra base hits for him on the season as well. And tonight's starting pitcher, and tonight's pitcher of the game in my opinion, John Hochstadter. 2-0, 4.26 ERA now, 13 K in 14 appearances. John Hochstadter, 7 shutout innings today. Very good start overall for him. And Michael Johnson, which is tomorrow's starting pitcher when the Gulls go to play Sanford. He has a 0-0 record, 4.91 ERA, 4 strikeouts and 2 appearances since joining the team on the 4th of July. And that'll be it for Stats of the Night. Now let's go down to Nick Lima with tonight's Player of the Game.
Thank you very much, Tim Scott. Nick Lima now joined by Newport Gulls Player of the Game, John Hochstadter. John, congratulations on the victory here tonight. You're second in the season, going 7 strong innings, and well, that was a game where the Gulls did everything right.
That's right. Yeah, it was a good game. It was fun to get out there.
Now, this is your first start at home of the season. Of course, you have pitched once before here at Cardines Field.
Yeah, we've had a couple tough road games, but it's good to get a home game here with such a great crowd and everything, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great pitching for the fans. 2,700 the attendance here tonight, and they fill the ballpark here seemingly every single night.
Yeah, no, definitely, especially on Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday. It's great. It's a great atmosphere. It's fun to pitch in.
There's a fire engine horns blare right across the street here, and that happens every now and then. Is that tough for pitchers? With yeah, you get the big crowd, but you also have a lot of noises here at Cardines Field. The fire station, this odd-shaped ballpark, it's going to be different and unique.
All right, there's a lot of character here, but when you're pitching, you don't really notice it. You just go out there and do your things.
Just go out in the zone. You're in the zone here tonight for 7 innings, shutting out the Holyoke Blue Sox, a team which the Gulls had trouble with on the road a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's fun. Such a great team out here with such a great lineup. It's fun to pitch with.
Is there anything that stopped you from going the distance tonight?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well, going 7 innings though, is there anything? Any reason you came out early? Was your pitch count getting up there high, or?
No, low pitch count, but we got a big bullpen out there, and we got a lot of guys to get in, and it's good to have such a strong bullpen that will come in handy later on.
Caleb Kellogg and Mitch Horacek coming out of the pen, 2 scoreless innings as well. And, the Blue Sox just kept going down 1-2-3 here tonight. But on the other side of the ball, the defense had your back. No errors committed in the ball game. And the offense, once again, putting 9 runs on the board, 3 home runs tonight by the Gulls. It's going to be great knowing that game after the game, the Gulls offense is going to be there supporting pitching.
Right. They're going to be out there, and they've done their job, and, we're trying to do ours. So.
Now Newport, after the rebound from the loss last night, goes back on the road tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing some good things from Michael Johnson, in his first start of the season.
It'll be exciting. He's a great guy, great pitcher.
So it's the first time we've had you on, John, so far in the postgame show this season. How have you been enjoying your stay so far in Newport this summer?
Oh, it's a great city. Tons of things to do, and great people here. I got a great host family taking care of me, and I couldn't be having a better time.
John Hochstadter, your Newport Gulls Player of the Game. Thanks for joining us here, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Good luck on the road tomorrow in Sanford. We'll be back in a moment. Wrap things up next here on the ACBL Broadcast Network. Welcome back here one final time at Cardines Field in Newport as the Gulls cruise to victory here tonight. All-around solid game for Newport, winning 9-0 as they pick up their first 9-inning shutout of the season. I thank Newport Gulls Player of the Game, John Hochstadter, for joining us. He pitched 7 strong innings en route to his second victory. The Gulls improved to 21-6 and retain first place in the NECBL Eastern Division as the Gulls defeat the Holyoke Blue Sox here and split the season series. Gulls go on the road tomorrow night. Michael Johnson gets the start for Newport at Sanford. George Bissell will have the call along with Jacob Willett on the NECBL Broadcast Network on the pregame show, 6:25, first pitch at 6:30. Let's pause for a moment and thank those who made this broadcast possible. The executive producer of Newport Gulls Baseball is Tom Lima. Our director, Matty Haas. Our on-site engineer, Brian Christie. Our audio technician, Catherine Haas. Our production assistant, Rob Sanchez. Our statistician and post-game show host was Tim Scott. For Seth DeLuga, I'm here, Nick Lima here at Cardines Field. The Gulls defeat the Holyoke Blue Sox by a final score of 9-0 here tonight. Go back on the road tomorrow at Sanford to have an off day Sunday. Return to action for a home-and-home series against the Keene Swamp Bats on Monday night. We'll have the pregame show on the air at 6:05, first pitch at 6:35 for that one. We hope you'll join us then. One final time, the final score. Gulls win it here 9-0. Until our next broadcast, thank you all for watching. So long, everybody.